Welcome to an all-new episode of Much to Do About Nothing. I believe this is episode 11. I believe so, right, Trevon?
Sounds right.
Jeez.
You the one that numbered it.
It's on the top.
No, it
He
being on
typed that.
the
Yeah.
is accurate.
Oh, you don't know. You type in a note.
No,
You
I
didn't go
didn't need
look.
indication. That was more like, is that shit right?
I go look.
Indication.
That's not smart.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, episode 11. Much to Do About Nothing. I'm your co-host Juwan. Join with me as always is Joel and Trayvon. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What up?
Happy to be here. Oh,
It's good.
Okay.
it's good. It's a good day.
So I want to start with something fun before we get into everything. I was thinking about this earlier today. What is your Mount Rushmore of cartoons? Not separated by a conglomerate, just your full Mount Rushmore. You can take whatever cartoon, whatever anime. Because I know, only reason I say anime is that Cartoon Network obviously does Adult Swim. So like if you were watching, because I watched Dragon Ball Z from there. That was how I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
I didn't know of Dragon Ball Z just being anywhere else. Maybe WB Kids, maybe. But anyway, Mount Rushmore of cartoons. For me, this one was tricky. I'm first going Kids Next Door. That cartoon will always be truly special to me. Whew. I'm gonna go Batman the Animated Series. Number 2. I'm gonna go Spectacular Spider-Man number 3. Whew. Last one. You know, I'm gonna go OG for the last one. Fuck. This is hard because I love the movie more than I actually like the show. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna put it on there. Number 4, I'm gonna put Fairly Odd Parents. I was gonna put Rugrats, but I honestly couldn't tell you a Rugrats episode, but I could almost recite the entirety of those first 2 movies. So every day I start to think like maybe I didn't love the Rugrats show, maybe I just love the emotion they put in the movies. Because that second movie is just like you're looking for an easy way to cry. That second movie is a very easy way to cry. Rugrats in Paris. So Kids Next Door, Batman the Animated Series, Spectacular. Oh fuck, no, sorry. Fairly Odd Parents has to go. Sorry, Gargoyles. That's my Mount Rushmore. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Gargoyles. I can't not have it there. So that's my Mount Rushmore. Joel, you can stamp it. It won't change. That's it. That's my Mount Rushmore right there.
You say that.
It will not change. That's my Mount Rushmore right there. Because it's hard to change that because you could easily replace something with something. So that's my.
I mean, that's not easy choice. Narrow it down to 4.
It's not at all. It's not because I wasn't gonna do top 5. I'm like, no, make it difficult. 4. So that's my Mount Rushmore. Who wants to go next? Who can think of 4? I'm still googling.
I could give you a shit ton, bro. I just to say it's my top.
That's so difficult.
Remember, it's your top 4, but you don't have to necessarily put them in order. So like,
Yeah, I don't plan to. I'm trying to say, just there's so many things that are gonna get left out.
well, let's start with the easiest one for you. Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that's for one for sure. X-Men the Animated Series.
Let's start with what we know. Batman the Animated Series.
Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man. Probably those 3.
Okay, so that makes your top 3. Okay.
That 4th one's tough because there's so many that can fit there.
And remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a superhero. Like if there was,
but those are my favorites.
No. I'm not talking about those 3. I'm talking about for your 4th.
I know, but you're asking my favorite. They're probably all superheroes. So.
All 4? Oh,
that just happens to be my favorite. It's my favorite everything. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
I love superheroes. Shit, that's a toughie. The fourth one, Justice League, probably.
Which one?
Well, both of them, technically.
No, they're two separate shows.
They are, but they're the same. One's a sequel to the other.
When you go into Netflix or Max to type it in, one comes up, and then the other one comes up.
That was semantics.
No, we're not gonna make it easy for you. Select one. It's either Justice League.
I'll pick the first one over Unlimited.
Wow. Okay. Didn't see that.
It's not a wow. To me, it's all the same. But he said I had to pick one. So.
No. I'm just saying I don't remember enjoying the first one as much as I did Unlimited. Mainly because Unlimited introduced me to characters I never knew existed.
Oh, well, I don't need. I mean, I love seeing everybody, but I love the core.
Of course. But it was good to, again, remember, kid that didn't read comic books. So it was very much like oh shit, there are other people. Cool.
I mean, I get it. I don't dislike it. I love both of them. Like,
I know. You're just saying you picked the first one. I'm saying for me, it was going Unlimited.
I think, because I know the comics so well, I could nitpick the shit out of the Unlimited. That's why.
That's fair.
I'm like, well, they did that wrong, they did that wrong, and did that. I wish they did this instead. I could have did that whole series. I actually just finished watching it.
Unlimited?
Just both of them. I watched back to back. And I just started Marvel, Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes, which would be on my top 5. We made it that far, So I just started that. I love that too. And Young Justice is another great superhero show.
Yeah, I didn't put Team Up on there. I put Batman the Animated Series because obviously.
I could easily put Superman animated. Yeah, I did love Superman.
Superman was great. I enjoyed Iron Man. I enjoyed the Hulk. I enjoyed Superman. Like I enjoyed those. It's just to me they weren't iconic.
I mean, so much in the Marvel shows, like you just mentioned. Fantastic. Well, you don't even mention Fantastic Four, but I grew up watching the Fantastic Four, and the Hulk. Excuse me, Silver Surfer. That was a little. But
I love that. That's my shit. I love that Silver Surfer show.
I wish it was better, but it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't. There was really nothing to it. What else? Those are my 4, though. If I had to pick, those are my 4. Yeah, I can give you a shit ton. The Gargoyles is great. I love Darkwing Duck, DuckTales.
Darkwing Duck. Yep.
That shit I grew up with. And there's stuff I grew up with later, like I count Chicken Dexter Laboratory.
Yeah. Yep.
I love them too. There's a lot of shit I can keep going forever.
But that's why I wanted to make it difficult with just doing 4.
Pokemon.
Trayvon, this as I pass it to you, there was a show that I think I just
look, DJV.
You said what?
Plays in there. DJV just plays in there.
Samurai Jack, Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, Gargoyles. Can't go wrong.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with it. Any of them that you just named. Can't go wrong.
Not at all.
There's a show, Trayvon, that I feel like at some point in your life you would have had in your Mount Rushmore that I honestly thought about putting in mine. I just couldn't put it over Kids Next Door.
Like what? What is it?
Kim Possible.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Impossible. I really sat with. I remember I got made fun of a lot for watching Kim Possible. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This is the shit. That theme song was fucking amazing. Everything about Kim Possible was dope. I don't give a fuck. So what's your Mount Rushmore, Trayvon?
Boy. Hold on, because I want to have some honorable mentions.
I gave you a shit ton.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's. I couldn't think of the name of it for some reason. Hold on.
Couldn't think of the show or the honorable mention.
The show name. Okay, so so this is very hard, but first thing that came to my mind was a pup named Scooby Doo.
Oh shit! Okay.
I've rewatched it so many times. Love it. So much fun. I love that.
Wait, how did the theme song go for that one?
I can't do it right here. But I have the whole season. I have it. I can watch it. It's
I think
great.
I know how it went.
I honestly don't remember how it went. I'm trying to think.
I think I did.
They had bangers with all the fucking Scooby-Doo theme songs.
Yeah. So Punny Scooby Doo, Static Shock.
Hold on. One second. Let's first say hello to Didge.
That is correct.
Didge.
No, bitch.
That is correct. That is
DJV,
correct.
That is the most blasphemous.
That is correct.
I've ever heard a human say.
This is the best.
Correct. It was so much
There's
fun, man.
No way.
So
It's better
fun. It's so fun. I'm sorry.
It's no way it's better than the original. And the original had the better theme song.
Nah, man.
What's New
Listen.
Scooby-Doo got the best theme song of them all? Of them all, like of all the Scooby-Doo ones? Yeah, no, I vehemently disagree. The original one? The original Scooby-Doo? Wait, what's the one I did? Here comes Scooby-Doo. He's coming after you. He's gonna
That's a mystery.
Scooby-Doo?
No.
What's that one? Because that's
But it is What's New Scooby Doo. That is What's New
That's
Scooby Doo.
okay.
Da 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 da. Yeah, that is it. That is.
Yes, that's the one then.
That
What's
is
New
What's New
Scooby-Doo is
Scooby Doo.
the banger. That is
What's New
the
Scooby Doo.
head banger.
I do remember that.
You
Yeah.
could probably play that shit in the club and they would get crazy.
That is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Didge. I'm sorry, Didge.
That is
Yeah.
it.
Sorry. What's
I'm thinking actual original.
Teen Titans, the original, not Go.
okay.
The original.
All right,
That was
relax.
underrated.
For new stuff.
Absolutely.
That makes that clear. Digimon, the first 4 seasons.
No, you don't get to pull a Joel. No. Digimon, you give me a specific one season. You don't get to just do all the first 4 seasons.
It's the same show though.
No, not really.
They're not.
They
They're
change
not
how they
connected?
change how they evolve every time.
Yeah.
I get that, but it's not all the same world.
Not technically, because no, sometimes they're in the digital world, sometimes they're on the Earth. It's different.
Remember, there was one time where the Digimon could be in the human's body, like they fucking merged together.
Biomerge.
That was my favorite.
Biomerge Digivolution.
That
That's
was
right.
some new shit. That's not shit that they did in the
That was
first.
awesome.
And then the one after that, they became the people were the Digimon.
I was about to say they started working Digimon out of the show called Digimon. They started to become Peoplemon. Where it's just like the person.
Well, they literally got a thing and they became them. So yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how that one. I love that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, sorry, DJV. Sorry. No. What's the Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
I just
I did like that.
fond memory in my mind. I love it. So honorable mentions. You said Kim Possible already, so yeah. The Magic School Bus. Sorry.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Love Magic School Bus. Rocket Power.
Talk about theme songs.
Love Rocket Power. Oh my god. And oh god, I'm glad to go Cat the Planet and Sailor Moon. I gotta bring both of them
Yeah, I
in.
was gonna say no, one or the other. I mean,
These are my honorable mentions. I'm done with my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
These are my honorable mentions.
That's great.
No, I'm saying, how many honorable mentions do you get?
I got 5. Look now,
God damn.
this is hard.
You just started
Okay.
going down the list.
It is hard though.
Can't
Oh
do that
man,
to me.
Javon, I almost sent you something that I saw the other day because it triggered me. It was some guy was going around this anime con doing like verses and seeing what people's reaction was.
Mhm.
And he was like, "What's one hot take that if you said people would get upset with?" And he said, "My hot take is I think Sailor Moon could smoke Goku." And I was just like, "All right, next TikTok."
Now listen.
Next one.
Now listen. Depending on what power level she at, I don't know, man. I
Same
don't
with
know.
Goku.
I don't know.
Same for Goku. They're written the same. Let's be honest. They're written.
That's most
impossibly
anime, to be fair.
They're both written impossibly OP. Because here's the only slight difference, right? We know at the height of Goku, he could destroy like a planet, right? I don't think we've ever seen Sailor Moon do some like accidental type destructive shit where we're like, oh yeah, she could blow up like a whole solar system. Like we just know how powerful.
Right. Piccolo blew up the fucking moon just because to stop, Vegeta from transforming. That was like the first saga. that was before there was even Super Saiyan. That was just Piccolo being Piccolo.
Yeah. So again, this is not me, Trayvon, saying anything about Sailor Moon. I was just saying it was tilting me because he was saying it so definitively and so sure of himself.
I mean,
that I'm like, he didn't even make it seem like it would be like even like a contest.
When you have a strong bias, that usually stands.
I don't know.
And you know what he said, Joel? That really sent me in a whirlwind. He's just like, oh, and let her use that fucking crown. It's over. I'm like, bro, what?
Look, I don't know. Eternal Sailor Moon now, powered by the cosmos. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Power of the cosmos.
My wipe is out.
My wipe, literal god.
My wipe his ass out of existence. I don't know. Like, let's be real.
I want to remind you. Not only did Goku reach the power of a god, he eclipsed that. I don't even know what's above a god. I don't even know where else you go.
Look,
he just started adding more numbers. It just became 5, 6, 7. Like,
the more upset you make her, the more scared you should be. That's all I'm saying.
Is that not the same for Goku, who shows remorse?
It's fair.
Like,
to be fair, let's be 100% honest with each other. I don't know how far Sailor Moon can go. I've only got so far in that show, and I'm pretty sure you only got so far in Dragon Ball. So you can't speak to either side.
Oh, I've seen Super.
You've seen Super? You watch all the Super?
I watch all the Super.
You watch from Dragon Ball.
You still believe that?
I watch all the Super.
No, I'm saying from Dragon Ball.
I've seen all of it. I've seen all of it.
Look,
now, could I recite everything? Hell no, it was a lot of episodes. But,
no. I'm not.
Yeah, not as much as Dragon Ball Z. A lot of the, what is it? Come back next time. Whatever the hell they were doing with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, no, I'm not here to. I'm not here to Trayvon. You said you watched it. I take you at your word. I was just saying in response to what you were saying. I'm like Joel. I only watch so much of Sailor Moon. But I can't fathom that she became any stronger than she was. I just assume she's just powerful, like omnipotent. You know, like every new show of Dragon Ball Z, it's like Goku eclipses whatever the height is.
Got to the point.
She does the same thing. She gets a new.
Why do you bother having?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's what happened with Goku. Like, why do you bother having anybody help you? That's how it got to it. Now, I don't know if that happened with the Sailor Scouts, where why did they even come along if she's that powerful? Like, because that's
people went after them too, so they had,
defending themselves is one thing. The fact that I don't need y'all help, I can do it myself type of shit. That's how Goku mostly is now.
No. So you know what I'll do, Trayvon? I'll back off and say I'm not knowledgeable enough to have this conversation.
I definitely am.
But I just did not like that he made it seem like it'd be a wash. Just like I don't like when people do that with Superman versus Goku. Like, Superman would easily watch Goku. I'm like,
absolutely.
I don't know what easily is. Like, what is that? Are we just not taking into scope the fact that I've never seen Goku lose a fight. Even in death, that motherfucker won a fight. So I'm like, I just, to me, I'm like, I don't know how you say easily. Like, I don't know what easily means. Because like when you think about it, right? You think about the what's his name? Jiren. Jiren, is that his name from Super? Mm-hmm. Right, Jiren, right?
The one that really gave him a run.
Right. Yeah. I think of Jiren, and then I think of Darkseid or Doomsday, whichever one you want for Superman. I kind of feel like Goku would enjoy Doomsday because Doomsday can't die, so it would give Goku so many more opportunities to win that fight and get stronger.
Right. I will say this: Goku has died. Sailor Moon has not.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Goku has died. Sailor Moon has not.
Gotta look at that competition. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
To be fair, in the times Goku died, he's died on purpose. It's not like what I mean by that for people listening. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? The first time Goku died was him holding Raditz while Piccolo did special beam cannon. So that was him choosing death.
That was before he was that powerful as well. Right.
The second time he died that I can remember was when Cell was about to explode, and again he chose death. So I'm like, it's not like someone
sacrifices
right. It's not like someone has gone and defeated Goku into death. It's been like, all right, all I can think of is dying, so wish me back.
All you're telling me is that Sailor Moon is selfish. That's what it's saying.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Sailor Moon has protected everyone multiple times. Okay, none of Sailor Scouts.
Take your word for it.
Listen.
Powerpuff Girls, the original Crash Outs. Saw that in the movie.
Also,
Bro, I
beat up on Mojo Jojo for nothing. Damn.
Thank you, Trayvon.
Tear his ass up.
Jojo, bro.
This shit
Trayvon, remember they broke into prison and beat
his ass.
That was how crazy is that? In prison.
They hated him bad.
They did, man. I don't know if there was any racial components or what was going on, man, but they woke up on 100 when it came to Mojo Jojo. On 100. I don't know, but I don't know about easily because Superman can't fight, and Superman died by getting his ass beat. So if you're strong enough and got skill, you might be able to give Supes a run for his money. Well, here's the thing. I always say this. It's not that Superman can't fight. It's that Superman is never in a position where he needs to. He's the strongest motherfucker breathing, right? So it's not like I need to go hands, fists, like legs, knees. Like, no, he just punches the shit out of you. Yeah. So it's like, I don't really think Superman needs to know how to fight. But if Goku...
He will against Goku now.
If he wins Goku, it's different. But again, remember, Goku would appreciate that fight with Superman, and Goku would give him fist for fist. 100%. Goku would go, bitch, I'll tie my legs up. We just go fist for fist. So I'm like, I don't really think Superman needs to necessarily know like a technique.
It's also like that's why I like comparing anime to comic books, because the anime characters have like extra levels. Like it's like they keep going, you know. Comic characters stay where they stay in their lane for the most part.
That's true. I mean, depending on, do you believe Superman takes it another level when he's exposed to the sun?
I guess he can take it to another, depending, because obviously different versions, different ways of doing things. But
yeah.
It recovers. He can recover, so I guess it can heighten him slightly for a little bit.
That'd be hilarious if Goku found that out and said, "Nah, bitch, fight me at night. Fight me at night. I want that day. Fight me at night, bitch." And let's also there was a point where Goku could have gone full gorilla, and that gorilla itself is powerful. So it's like there's so many versions of Goku that is stronger than the last. So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting for sure.
Maybe, yeah, definitely.
Would you say, Joel?
Kid Goku. Kid. Dragon Ball Goku.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Superman was turned into a kid, he couldn't really do shit. I remember that episode.
He was very strong as a child.
Goku adjusted in one episode to having a kid body again. He said, all right, I've been through this shit before. Go ahead and stretch a little bit. All right, we got this.
So, you had to go get power pole so you can get the length back.
Yeah, I ain't never seen Sailor Moon turn into a kid and be able to whoop ass. I ain't never seen that. Right.
She had what was the name of the little girl?
Well, her little sister or daughter technically turned into the Pink Lady. She was a menace.
And who was that? The only guy in that whole show? R. Kelly? Who was
Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, Tuxedo Mask. Sorry.
No, I preferred when he looked like the Moonlight Knight. I thought that was cool.
Oh, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah,
all right. Speaking of Superman, we did get tickets go on sale today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tickets went on sale today, not go on sale. Went on sale today. We had a final trailer, which I'm glad this is what they were holding in the tuck, because if I was ever wavering on wanting to see this movie, that's the trailer you give me to really drive it home. Immediately I started thinking back watching this trailer to how great I thought James did putting Rocket and Groot together in that final fight sequence to the last Guardians movie, and how dope they worked around each other. And then to give me that shot of Krypto and Superman going ham coming out of the cave,
tag teaming,
it was just like, bro, oh my god, this is like so beautiful. And then just when you thought it couldn't get any better, the eye beams circling was just like, I'm at work trying my best not to scream. Like I'm going crazy at my desk. I love this trailer. I don't know if James ever spoke to this before. We figured we'd probably see the eye lasers, but James got really excited in an interview he was doing with the cast and I'm not gonna say he let it slip because maybe he said this before, but he did allude to the fact that Superman already knows how to use his eye beams and his freeze breath, and I was just like, oh, part of me kind of,
It's not that
Where's these 3 years?
No. I'm not saying it like it's shocking. I'm saying it like, if you're saying he's been Superman for a couple of years, that does still tell me he's still finding out things, and that doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's the thing he's already learned how to do.
It's just, if you're telling me he's been Superman for a little bit now, I'm sure he's gotten it most of his shit in.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
that's fair. Has he been able to fly backwards and reverse the Earth's axis to reverse time?
Fly backwards, but he definitely
has he been able to do that yet, Joel? Then
no, he's not gonna do that. So
I mean, he seems to know how to fly and then turn it off and just drop. He knows how to do that. Apparently, they said he did a cannonball. Remember they said he did a cannonball?
That's just
said that. I'm like,
I'm saying, but yeah, I'm saying, but like, you know, like stop flying. You're like, okay, just
yeah, he could, that's how he lands too. By the way,
I mean,
he stop flying to walk around.
That is. No, I love this trailer. We're gonna be doing the fan event and seeing it when it releases, worldwide. I'm very excited, man. I'm just so excited for this movie. That's where I leave it for me. Trayvon, your thoughts on this final trailer that we got for Superman?
I don't know if I should answer this. Okay, I like the trailer. I like it a lot, right? It was fun. There are like 2 moments, and I'm just like, this is very CG. The part where you punch the teeth out or whatever, it looks very cartoony. It's very. I was like, I know it's not real, but damn, it looks so. I don't know. I don't know. That part just threw me off. It took me out for a second, but I still enjoyed it. But I was just like, that looked a little too cartoony for me. But it's fine.
These movies.
I mean, I don't know if it was too close. I think it was because it was so close. It didn't. It was jarring for me. I was like, oh, okay. So I guess we're gonna get stuff like that when he's that close, and you see it like very cartoony.
Slow-mo?
No, it just. No, not
slow-mo. I'm asking.
Not the slow-mo. It's the cartoony. It's not the slow-mo. It's the cartooniness of it when it gets this close. I was like, it's too. Now, if you look at it again, when you see the team, it looks very. I don't know how to explain it. Look,
it's uncanny.
It looks weird. Sure.
Wait, are you saying it looks too jokey? Is that the point you're trying to make?
No, it looks CGI.
Yeah, it looks very CGI. Like, I know it's not real, but damn, it like really clear.
I wouldn't say really, but definitely it stands out.
It does. It does
really
stand out.
Be like, I could point out really like most.
And then when he's pointing out like when he's doing that flying thing, it's cool, but it's like, okay, I don't know. I know some of the things. I missed this. It'll still be fun. I'm going twice still, just like you guys are. I'm just not gonna be like this trailer was amazing. It was certain parts I was like, okay, but I had fun.
That's
cool.
Like.
Yeah, I'm still gonna have fun. I'm going to see the movie twice. I just, I'm very hoping that after I see the first time, I'm gonna want to go back the second time. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
I can't help you with that.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that I'm blown away. The first time I see it.
Man, the fact that he's flying should get you there at least 5 times, but whatever.
No, we've learned he wavers on that. He wavers.
Well, he wavers what he wants to.
Yeah.
Apparently they could do whatever they want as long as they're flying, unless it's Superman.
Y'all want somebody to be like it's 100%. I'm get that.
No! Don't you start that shit.
No.
Don't start that shit now.
See, you always try to paint it so bad, bro. No one said anything. You came in here and you hesitated with the. They don't like what I'm gonna say. You do that. We do not provide
because I know how this works.
What works?
Y'all love it down, and I look like an evil person if I have a problem with something.
No, that's not true at all.
Have a problem.
You just said you didn't like the CGI. I didn't say a word. I was just confused on if you were trying to say it was a good thing or a bad thing. That's why I was making a face. I'm like,
no, it's never bad. A good thing.
Well, no, I'm saying if you're saying it's too much CGI, I'm like, well, how do you think they shot this movie? Most of it's all CGI. I didn't know if.
But a lot of stuff you don't see it that close. That's the thing. A lot of stuff you don't see like
That's
that.
all I was confused.
That's too close.
I didn't know if your point was it's bad CGI or if it's too cartoony. I didn't know what you were saying.
There's moments where you're gonna have that uncanny valley, and it's gonna hit you. It happens. To me, it happens every movie, but where there's CGI, of course. But you gotta look for it, or it has to be obvious. That's the main. That's one of the main scenes in the trailer. So they focused on it. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to think.
It feels like that. It feels like it's supposed to be a 3D scene. Like it's feel like it's supposed to be.
Actually, that's actually a good point. That's possible.
That's what it feels like.
It's
meant for that.
Yeah. Maybe it is.
That's possible. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I forgot already.
To your point, no one has an issue with you not thinking this trailer was perfect. I just stated
my issue was nothing to do with your opinions on the trailer. Mine was saying, considering you let everything go for everywhere else with flying to the vault, and then now you want to nitpick, but this man's flying everywhere. But
hold on. When have I said I let it go every time?
Anytime, almost anything you said, as long as they fly, you're good. That's what you've said many a time.
Okay.
Hold on, time out, Joel. Trayvon almost bought a skin on Fortnite because the woman's feet didn't touch the ground. We're not gonna sit here and act like.
Did I buy it? Did I buy it?
No. You thought about the fact that you thought about buying it purely because her feet don't touch the ground is letting us know that you're extremely biased to this movie for whatever reason. But you almost bought a skin. You almost spent $15.
That game is supposed to be cartoony.
That's not what we're talking about.
Do you see? You're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're really good. You're really good. You are really good.
But it's okay. It's all right.
Again, I would like to reiterate, no issue with whatever your stance is on this movie. I was speaking to Joel's point of you are biased when it comes to flying, and you're just choosing not to be biased for this.
Which is fine, but we know why. That's the difference.
That's all we ever tell you. Now you do be given passes as long as they have flight powers or magic, and this movie has all.
They didn't look like that. Like no, y'all not gonna do that to me. They didn't look like that. They didn't. No, it's not the same.
Like what?
Okay. I just say this right now: when they give us Wonder Woman and she's flying, I'm giving her shit about CGI.
I will wait.
That's all you ask for. That Wonder Woman flies. That's all you ask for.
That's fine. Movies have, it happens. You're gonna have movies that moments where you have bad CGI. Sometimes it's glaring, like the Flash movie.
Look, I will agree. That part where he was in that world, whatever that shit was, that looked terrible.
There were many scenes in that movie that were the CGI.
When Wonder Woman lifted off the ground, that looked beautiful. I like that. Okay, that looked beautiful to me. It looked natural. It looked like it looked cool. This looked very look. I know what I saw. I'm not. It's not being biased.
Comparing something that probably wasn't CGI. That was probably a big.
Don't have it look.
Carrying on. You know what I mean?
Well, we do know they did a lot of crane work for this man movie.
That part was not recorded. That part.
Yeah, but you're talking about a specific scene, and that was
I am.
Which was obviously CGI. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a flying dog in it.
So wait, that eye laser scene at the end did nothing for you.
When he was far away spinning short, but when he first did it, no. I was like, ooh. But when he got a far away spin, cool. Stay that far away.
I'm gonna say this right now, Trayvon. I
don't like how close this stuff is to the camera so far. I'm not liking some of that. I'm not liking
June 11th, 2025. I have marked down in my notes that all of a sudden, Trayvon is the most technical person when it comes to CGI. Camera angles.
I can't like look. I can't not like a camera angle. I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that.
Again, no one said that. I'm saying, knowing you for 5 years, I've never heard you speak this.
None of them have been that.
You watch an entire series of She-Hulk, and now is where you draw the line at bad.
Oh no, let's not do She-Hulk. Now you know how much I complain about.
Okay, now see, this is where you're biased.
I complained about that damn show a lot. I did.
Your biggest complaint wasn't because I know me wrong.
It was the CG. I know I said that.
But that wasn't your main complaint with the show, and you know it.
No, let's use the right letters. It was not CGI. It was MEG. That was.
It was her as well. Yes.
No, it's primarily.
But the CG of her walking around as She-Hulk sometimes looked terrible. I used to say that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like I didn't say that. It did look bad.
And we agreed.
All right. I better hear this much passion for bad CGI going forward. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Just don't get that close to the damn camera.
The moment it looked like Ironheart is CGI,
I'll keep that in mind for sure. But that's fine.
No, but seriously, are you going to the fan event too, Trayvon?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Fuck.
What did DJV say? Write this down so y'all remember this. It's already in my notes.
I don't have to write that.
It's already in here. It's in my notes. It's in my notes.
This is why I don't say stuff sometimes.
It's in my notes. I will now be watching exclusive.
If you don't say nothing, I can't take notes.
And we love taking notes, Trayvon. It's a necessity here. No, but was there anything you did like from the final trailer that you haven't already seen from all
the things I pointed out? The things I did like. Everything else I did.
So everything else.
You pointed out two things you didn't. It was the tooth, and then the other.
So then that was it. Everything else.
Yeah, everything else I like.
Okay. I mean, you did kind of shit on the cannonball, but really though.
I didn't. I said that was cool. I said he knows how to turn it off. I didn't say I hated it. I said he knows how to turn it off.
I only laughed because you said he turned it on. Like
he did. He was up in the air and then he just dropped.
I know. Cool. That's just him. He just stopped. I mean, I don't know.
You still got to know how to do that.
But he also knows how to not fly anymore. That's how he walks around. You get me?
Sure.
So he does it in the sky. It's just gravity from there. He's not throwing himself. You know what I mean?
No, he just let go. Okay.
Yeah, he just lets go, basically. Free fall.
Before I pass it to you, Joel, James Gunn did make it known that anything bad that happens in this movie is a direct through line to Lex Luthor. So when we see that real up close and personal scene with Guy Gardner, I wonder if there's like a small part of this movie where Lex somewhat manipulates the Justice Gang against I'm not talking about a full-on fight, but I wonder if that's an ego thing between Guy and Superman, or was that
I think it's a disagreement on how things are handled. I think that's what that is.
Right, but I'm saying, was that one of those "you better stop before I stop you" thing, or was it like you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
I don't know.
Making them bad guys. I'm saying, was that
guy? I know what you mean. I'm just saying. I just think it's a disagreement on how to handle a situation. I don't know what the situation is.
When you saw how Mr. Terrific called him out too, he was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
like, I'm doing my job. Like, what you mean? Like,
I will say, if we're pointing out something that didn't necessarily land well, I did not think, and hopefully in the flow of the movie, that line does land better. I didn't love Superman's line back to Mr. Terrific. I thought it was I thought it brought the trailer down for a second. I'm like, that was poorly timed and very weird. But I just, like I said, the visuals is what I was blown away by, because I thought for a Guardians movie, that movie should not have looked as beautiful as it did. And I mean that with all due respect to the characters of Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's not where I expected to get some of the best fucking visuals in all of Marvel, was from fucking Guardians. So when I look at this, I'm like, I see some of where he implemented all that from that last Guardians movie into the Superman movie. And that's why I said I love that scene of Krypto and Superman coming out of that cave together, just whooping ass. Like, I was like, that's it's very reminiscent of Groot and Rocket. Once Groot opened the door and the whole Guardians team started going bananas in that room. So I'm very interested to see how the rest of the fight scenes look in this movie.
He's also flying like Adam Warlock too.
Yeah. I didn't really. I thought how Adam was flying was really weird, because I'm like, I don't never need to be that fucking close.
It's the way they it's the way they shoot it. That's all. It's the same thing. Apparently, it's the same cinematographer across that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But also
and the Flash apparently too. So
we also got the same thing from Iron Man. The only difference is that we never got the actual Iron Man
outside
face all the time. We got inside, but didn't see that.
Inside. Yeah.
Right.
It is different.
It was never like that. It was never. Yeah.
Right, because you saw inside, so it was never needed to be that fucking close. So yeah. Joel, your thoughts on this final trailer and your excitement for this movie to come out in what, 4 weeks?
A month, right?
Is it 4 weeks?
Is it?
Well, it is, yeah. Sure.
Just about 11th, right? July 11th. So
Yep.
So we're close. Very exciting. At this point, I don't want to see anymore. I'm happy with. I mean, I'm glad they gave us what they gave us. Cool. I thought, in my opinion, they gave us too much of that whole thing, with Lex getting to the fortress, and I mean, that's like a whole. To me, they gave away the whole scene right there. Even though we kind of could have put it together, but still, it kind of gave us from the walk-in through. I'm like, that's a lot. Why did you do that?
Thing, Joel. The only reason why that wasn't too bothersome to me is I still need the answer of how the fuck Lex even knows that's a place. So I'm like the how.
You see, it grows out of the thing,
right?
It's
so
not
I'm
like
it's
not always there.
To me, it's more important than the why. Like, we know why he's there. I just want to know, how is he there? You know what I'm saying? It's in the middle of nowhere. Superman did it on purpose. It's in the middle of nowhere.
And it grows up. It's not there all the time, apparently, for what it looks like.
Right.
So how does it make it come up?
Right. Yeah. So there's a lot of how that I have a question with that scene.
We know
that doesn't get answered.
We know that he goes there before Lex gets there, because that's how we see the robots. And he gets cured. I'm assuming that's after probably the fight with the hammer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's how it's already up there. Okay, that makes sense then. He's already in there. If he's already in there, that's when he comes.
Well, he was there. I don't know if he's there when. I don't know if they're there at the same time, because he comes. But we know we saw a scene where he comes back and the robots are destroyed.
Right.
So I don't know if that's.
He leaves. I think he leaves because remember. I think if again, we're not gonna try to anyone out there, but if you tried to piece it together, obviously that fight at the football field or baseball field ends with Superman essentially trying to escape, landing back near the Fortress of Solitude, Krypto dragging his ass back in, him
it's
healing.
Possible they tracked him,
like he goes back out, and Krypto stays there with the robots. That's when Lex finds the right move.
Right. We just don't know how.
Right.
Did he track him? We probably tracked him. We just don't know how he tracked him.
Right.
Because that makes a lot of sense now if you're putting all that together. Yeah, I mean, aside from that, there was a lot of crazy shit going on with the crazy shit to me was the street breaking in half. Like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't know what the fuck is happening. The thing that really caught my eye after that was you could tell that he's fighting the Ultraman. At this point, he doesn't even look like himself anymore. It looks like his mask might be off, and it looks like hair. I mean, or something. Because his head, it's not color, it's not down anymore. You know.
Any theories on Ultraman?
And the shot is him shooting he's shooting heat vision at Superman. So it's like, what the fuck is happening? You know. Do I have any ideas?
I do have a theory that I not really my theory, but when I heard it, I'm like, it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
The only
the clone thing,
huh? Bizarro.
Oh,
yeah. That to me makes the most sense. But based on how, I guess it depends on. I don't know, because James is very, very, very coy about it. Because he's like, they're kind of like, because people have to say, did anybody, are people onto it? And they're kind of right. So, like, what is that? Kind of right. So, is he not a creation? Because if he's basically, especially New 52 Bizarro was a creation, right? He's like a clone, the fucked up clone of Superman. And we know he's working on shit there, right? That's definitely an obvious thing. So, is he a clone Superman? I imagine he's some type of Kryptonian clone. Mm-hmm. But maybe he's. And something that came to, I'm not saying this is what it is, but something that came to my mind while watching the trailer was they're obviously dealing with the Pocket Universe shit. From that, we know that it'll also touch on Peacemaker, right? Mm-hmm. So it could be that they found maybe a Kryptonian from another universe that they somehow got him to manipulate his mind so they could work for him or whatever the fuck. It's possible that he is Ultraman because Ultraman in the comics is just an alternate universe. Right. Now, I don't know if that's the case because they're covering his face for a reason. So I imagine it has to be just because it's probably just fucking David Gordon underneath the mask. But
now, someone did point out something big that James Gunn said. that I haven't been able to stop thinking about, because I'm like, that's a very bold thing to say. Apparently, James said somewhere in an interview somewhere that there are no spoilers to this movie. Like, there are no big spoilers to this movie. Like, there's nothing in this movie that someone could reveal to you that would be a spoiler. So I'm like, all the people that think Ultraman is Henry Cavill, that eliminates that. All the people, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
That's
like,
crazy. That's probably the craziest.
that was the craziest thing I've heard as far as to who could be Ultraman.
Primarily because that Ultraman looks fucking tall. No offense to Henry, but he's not as tall as David. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. But I mean, that could be
obviously. But
if
eventually,
they to make that work, they could make it. It just, I don't know why you would. I don't know why if you're Henry, you'd agree to do that.
Why would you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really know what you benefit from. So for me, like I said, Bizarro makes the most sense, but I'm not gonna get myself in a headspace where I believe that, and then if it's not, I'm like, I kind of like the idea of Bizarro. So I'm like, whatever it is whatever it is. It's just when someone said that, I'm like, that would make sense.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I mean, based on what we know about, I've heard a lot of Parasite, primarily because we found out the suits are actually purple. So it's not black until it's battle damage. That's when it starts to look more bright. So it's like, I don't know. And he looks a lot like Doomsday, doesn't he? Like pre-Doomsday, before he becomes.
I tell you what, we'll know very fast, because if Ultraman speaks and it sounds like gibberish, that's Bizarro.
Speaking backwards. Somebody play that backwards.
Right, yeah. So
speaking English.
Again, I don't have any specific thoughts as to who I would want it to be, or
I know who I wanted it to be, but it doesn't look like that's the case anymore. But like, it's fine. I really wanted it to be Apollo because they already introduced the engineer. So I'm like, oh, that would be interesting if they did, because I don't really know what Apollo's like origin is. You know what I mean? That would be interesting to have Apollo versus Superman. You know?
I'm curious. I don't know if anyone's asked James this yet. I'm curious as to why Superman's fighting so much shit in this one movie. I am very curious.
I do. Because Lex can't fight him. So
no,
Lex is
not head on. No, that I understand. But you would assume Lex would weaponize one thing to go against Superman. I mean, and Lex was saying Lex has been trying to defeat Superman for 3 years, and he's like, "Fuck it. Maybe if I said 80 things at him at once, that could do the job."
Yeah. I mean, in All Star Superman, he gets thrown through a gauntlet, basically. So it's almost, I guess, maybe a nod to that.
This could be over a lot of time.
It could.
I mean, we see.
Apparently, it was supposed to be.
Everything could be like through time. It could just be.
Oh no! I don't think everything
once a month or something.
One day. I'm just saying, I'm curious why you put so many villains.
This would be interesting if it was through the same week. Like, this is insane.
That'd be hilarious.
Poor Metropolis.
Wakes up, next thing. Wakes up, next thing. Wakes up.
Kaiju one day, the Hammer Brew the next day. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I look forward to see how it all plays out, because I think the best thing about that we've seen from this is the fact that he's doing Superman thing. Right. I mean, I've always wanted to see the superheroes fight a kaiju. It's always been one of my dreams to see it, like, actually happen in my head. Because I'm reading right now Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Like, it's the second part, because the first one, and I'm like, I always have in my head, like, imagine the Justice League versus the fucking that monster from that what the hell's it called? Cloverfield monster.
Oh, I don't think that monster has the name.
I don't know what it is either. But imagine that. Like, because that thing was a fucking beast. So it's just like, I always think about stuff like that. And forever they've used kaijus versus, like, even if you watch a Justice League cartoon, once in a while a kaiju pop up. You know what I mean? So like, it's just fun. Like, we're actually gonna see Superman fight a fucking giant kaiju. Crazy.
I'm very excited.
So random. It's so fucking random.
To see what this movie does, but to me, I just want to get to it. I want to hurry up and get to this movie, because I'm like, I have so many thoughts about where everything can go. I just got to see how James sets the table here. So I'm very excited. And speaking of James setting the table, James did let us know a solo Wonder Woman movie is being written.
Sure.
Now, usually this is what people would call a treatment. So if they don't announce a writer, like who's writing it, it means it's just someone to write the treatment. And then they'll go get an actual writer to start penning it. So we should probably realistically have real movement and information about this movie probably by the end of the year. I'd say probably end of the year. End of the year, top of next year, we should have a casting for Wonder Woman. Casting and a director.
So I'm not gonna put any dates in here. I mean, because we're still waiting on Batman. So,
well, no, I'm only saying that because again, we know the chaos going on with Batman, but he was asked about Wonder Woman, and he very easily could have said, we're working on some stuff, and when we're ready to reveal it, we'll reveal it. But to come out and say we're writing it, that means there's forward progression. And if there's forward progression, once you get that treatment done, and you're like, okay, we got a good place to start. I assume then you actually hire the writer. Once we get the writer, I don't think it's that much longer before we get a director and then the actor.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, remember, we got an actor before a movie of Supergirl. So I'm like, it's not like James hasn't already set a precedent.
I have so many things here in development. I have a list of movies and some projects under development with a writer. That's what I mean. So it's like, well, it depends.
I'm just saying, he's already set a precedent that it could happen again.
I mean, the fact that he acknowledged it is good enough for me. Like, that wasn't even, he didn't have to say shit. He did.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying. Him saying it leads me to believe it's in full go mode. And unless something happens with, writing it, I don't see anything stopping us from getting a lot more information by the end of the year.
Again, I just don't want to hype myself. That's all.
I mean, because look, I believe if Matt Reeves didn't take 6 years to do this Batman sequel, we would have already had news about whatever James' Batman was.
That shouldn't have mattered, in my opinion. But.
Oh, I don't disagree, but it's you know what happened, Joel? You ever hear the theory that if someone says something enough times, at some point it will probably become true? That's what Trayvon's done to me. He's said this so many times, it now feels true. Because we still don't have a Reeves Batman movie yet, and we still have heard nothing about James Gunn's Batman. So it's starting to feel like it's lining up. Now, part of me doesn't believe it, but I will not lie to you. Trayvon's got me against the ropes. And I'm just like, well, maybe it is. Okay.
I just can't. To me, it shouldn't matter. Like,
I completely agree.
Like if you're telling me they're separate projects, it shouldn't matter. That's how.
Yep. I completely
agree.
That's different. I can't fathom how you made this announcement 3 years ago, right? I can't fathom that you couldn't have assembled the greatest minds to write this Batman movie 2-3 years ago.
I think it went through one writer. It didn't go like his. He already said that. Like he's now more involved in it with the new writer. So, and they're not telling us who the writers are. Like, right. And at one point it had a director. Now it's like it's still a director. So like it's gotten through ebbs and flows.
Yeah. I just, like I said, I'm putting a lot of faith in this Wonder Woman traction. Because I'm like, if I see that go full bore by the end of this year, it will give me more faith in whatever the fuck he says next. Because everything just feels slow, right?
It is slow.
Think about it. We have more information about this non-titled Wonder Woman movie than we do the actual series he announced.
Yeah, but he's also saying it's in development. That's it. Just they're working on it. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. But think about
he's not telling us anything about anything.
When he gave us the first half of the first slate, Wonder Woman wasn't in it. So the fact that it looks like
that was a show, right? That was a show.
Wonder Woman than the show.
He has not even acknowledged Sergeant Rock.
Yeah,
and that shit got delayed.
Yeah,
like how, you know what I mean? Like so you can't. That's why he's weird. You just gotta let it be.
Don't give into his chaos magic, Juwan. Stay strong. I'm telling you, man. His words are starting to become like very influential because like nothing's happening. So it's like until something happens, he's right. until he's wrong. So that's where my brain is at right now. He's right until he's wrong. And when he's wrong, best believe I will spin that block and tell him how wrong he is. But for now, I can't do that. That's not fair to him. Right now, he's right till he's wrong. So we'll see what happens. But I would love something. He did just say, he's going to be getting it from, what's his name? Matt Reeves, the script soon. I tell you what, when James talks about that script, I better see him wiping tears. Every interview he talks about that script because it took how many wins?
They keep asking him. So he's updating you. Like, all right, well, this is what it is.
I mean, I tell you what, the next time he's asked about it, when he says, yeah, I received it.
No comment. That was your preferred.
I better see a singular tear fall down that man's eye. Or I don't want it. I don't want it. After all this build up, that shit better have him in tears. Tears. Shit. You get a haircut? Oh, appreciate it. Yes, I did. I was forced into it.
I'm trying to say, Jamie, you didn't look good before?
Oh, no, I wouldn't disagree. I appreciate it. I was threatened into getting it. I won't tell you by who, but you can probably surmise.
I mean, looking out for you, though. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, felt like my life was a change.
Sure. About
however you want to go about it. Yeah, sure. James did say something that kind of had the three of us kind of going at it amongst each other. James says he's working on a Superman follow-up, but don't expect the traditional sequel. Quote, is it a straight-up Superman sequel? I would not say necessarily. Now, I will not start. I will not eat up all this clock. I will let Joel start here. Your thoughts on this? Because I did somewhat, completely. Well, I did somewhat agree with what your stance was on this.
Well, my opinion on what it could be and what it is are two different things. Because, I don't know what it is. I'm taking the fact that he's being very vague on what it is. It could be almost anything. And all I know is that probably Superman's in it. That's how I'm taking it. That's the only way it's kind of a sequel because he's in it. Oh, that's it, in some capacity. Now, a lot of people are thinking it might be World's Finest, which would be a good World's Finest movie. Is kind of all I've ever wanted. like an adaptation of just that episode, the 2 episodes. I think it's 2 episodes from the animated series. I love those 2 episodes when Batman Superman meet.
Oh wow! See, I go Public Enemies. If I could get Public Enemies,
that's good. But that to me, I like it better when they first met. That's all. But Public Enemies is great.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, Public Enemies can be down the line. Okay, I'm with you.
I have the movie and the fucking book. I have the actual book. I read the book, a hard book. I have the hardcover of Public Enemies. Before it was ever an animated movie. The fact that they made an animated movie was fucking hysterical because one of the only hardcover books I own. But yes, World's Finest in general is just Batman Superman movie. That's all it is. But here's the thing: we kind of already did a Batman vs Superman movie. Well, it's called Batman vs Superman. Now, it doesn't have to be Batman vs Superman. That's not what. When you say World's Finest, it shouldn't really be Batman versus Superman, right? I mean, we did have that one time in the books. That was Dark Knight Returns. That was old Batman versus never old Superman. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things it happened, and that was literally what happened after Man of Steel. And don't get me wrong, when they announced that shit, I'll never forget that day. That was a comment the San Diego Comic-Con. When he came up there and fucking read that, I almost cried. Now, we've been done that, and I don't want them to repeat that. Not to say I don't want to see it ever happen. I just don't know if that's the smartest thing to do is to do the same thing and basically have another Batman Superman movie. I'd rather have them do Superman movie, maybe a sequel, and a Batman movie to establish that, and then you can do World's Finest. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? But right after, it just seems like so too soon. Even though it's an established universe and it would make sense. Narrowly, you don't have to explain it. I just want to have Batman. Right now, there's a book, a World's Finest book, which is also really good. It's fucking great. You know what I mean? But and it would be great to see. But we did it. So I just don't want to follow the same pattern. That's just all. That's my only issue with that. I don't want to do that. But again, we don't know that to be true. For all we know, it could be a Trinity book for all we know. Like Batman Superman 1, even though kind of did that too with Davia. She was in it. So were a lot of people, to be fair. But That's all. That's my stance compared to where we're at. We don't know exactly what it is. He's again being very vague and not telling us. And hopefully tell us sometime this year. That'd be nice. Probably after Superman, we'll get a lot more news. Hopefully,
yeah.
Because once it gets established and makes its money, and hopefully if he's comfortable at telling us more stuff, I'm fine with that. Hopefully, like at Comic-Con, we can get something, even though we know they're not going to have a panel. That I know of, right? Or is that Marvel isn't having a panel?
No, it's both of them.
At all.
DC either.
We know Peacemaker is going to be there, but I don't know if they're going to have a panel.
Peacemaker. DC just having Peacemaker.
Are they going to have a panel though?
Peacemaker, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you never know. I mean, it's possible if they're going to do something. He might spoil. I mean, he might leak some information at Comic-Con. I wouldn't be surprised. Hopefully something, because obviously the last couple of times we've had this, nothing's coming. And we've gotten more from that fucking EW interview than we did at that Peacemaker shit.
It's making it really frustrating to do like a live breakdown.
Yeah, it is.
When you get nothing, it's like, well, I mean, we do this shit to spread even more awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're giving us a nothing burger, we're sitting here just wasting air. Trayvon, your thoughts on his comments about this follow-up?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what exactly he's going to do with that. I mean, my mind does go, is this about to be what happened last time? And are y'all going to be mad again? But you know, I'm just curious on how this goes. I want to see if he does announce a movie of them two again. I just want to see the reactions to it. That's all. That's all I want to see. I'm excited to see them again. Both of them again. That'll be fun. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just excited to see the reactions to everything.
But you know what the reaction was about for the first time.
I just want to see if it's the same. That's all I want to know. You know, I'm excited to see what they do here. I don't know why they're not having a panel at Comic-Con. It's enough time after, I feel like, to do like a full-blown panel, not just a Peacemaker. You could have Peacemaker a part of it, of course, but I still don't understand the point of you keep doing this. By the time the next Comic-Con comes around, Supergirl already been out. Mm-hmm. So this is your last San Diego Comic-Con to do something. They've been filming for a while. You can easily show something with Supergirl, or at least let her see her. I don't know. Like it's certain things you could do. I just don't understand the Peacemaker push. The Peacemaker push is getting on my nerves.
I was just thinking about this because that was going to be my point. Once you were done with saying like, why are we going so heavy? I do want to remind you, Creature Commandos were at New York Comic-Con before the release in December. So it's not like he's doing something different for Peacemaker than he's done for Creature. Creature Commandos got a big, massive push of promotion. That was their focus at New York Comic-Con. Remember, he didn't say shit there. It was just to promote Creature Commandos.
And see, that is my issue with this stuff. Because I remember saying on Comic-Con last time, I was like, well, why are we getting anything? I don't understand. I don't understand the thought process of you have a Comic-Con that's after Superman, a couple weeks after. Why can't you do something now? Supergirl's been filming. I know you should have a picture or two of her or something. Like, sure. I don't know. I mean, shit, if you want to go for it, have a walk out there in the damn suit. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Give them a teaser. The movie's done.
Like, I just don't.
Not 100% done.
But yeah, I know, but like filming wise,
right?
Yeah, I'm just like, it is. You have things you could show us. The fact that you're telling them, hey, it's just gonna be a Peacemaker panel, and maybe I'll say a few things. I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't understand.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Trayvon. If I'm to play devil's advocate, here's where it gets tricky, right? Obviously, we want him to give us more information, and he should. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, think about where we are right now, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about not having any forward progression on Batman. We're talking about not having any forward progression on Waller. No forward progression on the Wonder Woman show. Mm-hmm. No forward progression on Sergeant Rock. No forward progression on what's the movie that you wanted? The team, The Authority.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like that's 4 or 5 projects that he talked about already that we've not seen. Like, okay, they're starting to film this, or okay, we got a writer, we got a director. So it's like, do we really want him to bring up more shit that
might... No. I wanted to bring up the things that we know they're working on already. Green Lantern.
What if
Supergirl?
Oh, well, that's
show us those things.
That's fair.
That's what I want.
I don't have any arguments to that. If you're saying just
I don't need them to announce a whole bunch of... Look, I keep saying this all the time. I fully expect them to announce something regarding Batman after this movie's over. I'm under the inclination that they're going to say it's either gone or merging after this movie, after they see how this movie has done. That's what I feel like.
He's going to go back on his word of saying...
I do. I think James is completely lying. I do. When it comes to the Batman stuff, I do. And he's not proven me wrong because he has lied before. So that's how I feel about it. So I feel like after Superman's come out, you see how it's done. You have a couple weeks to see how it's, tracking, I guess, or whatever. Then you be like, hey, this is what we're doing for Batman. And just put it out there. And be like, here's the Supergirl picture. Here's Green Lantern. We saw the damn ring today, which is interesting. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't understand why we're getting these things outside of... He has the opportunity to show us these things before we see it and stuff like this. You have the opportunity. So I don't understand why we get all the information from replies on threads and like certain articles sometimes and toys. Like, you have the opportunity. You keep skipping over these big places where you can show us this stuff. And then you're just like, and then he's like wondering why people complain. You're filming Supergirl. This done filming. Green Lantern's been filming for what? A goddamn year, feel like. Like, only picture we got is them standing there in regular ass clothes, and then you can see the ring. I'm like, that's not what's going on. Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't know. You have so many opportunities. This is a big thing, a big push. I'm gonna say something real shady right now. I feel like you're promoting yourself at each one of these Superman things because you're in everything. They make sure they show you in every spread, every article, every video. Your ass is in it. I don't want to see your ass no more. Can I see Supergirl? Can I see Green Lantern? Thanks. That's it. I'm tired of seeing his ass more than I see the other projects. So, yeah.
The argument there. I mean, it. I mean, obviously, there's some things I vehemently disagree with you on, but I mean, the main crux of your point. Yeah, man. I don't understand that, and I'm not asking for a full length trailer.
No, I'm not either. I'm not.
Just saying, cause I'd love a promotional photo of Supergirl.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. To recreate the iconic comic, the cover of the comic. Like, there's ways you could do things that's just subtle. No one's asking for anything big. If you wanted to just give us, like, if there's a comic of Hal and John on the cover, recreate that with the two act. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff like that would just be really cool. No one's asking you to roll out the red carpet for San Diego, but make it feel special. Like the one thing DC has been robbed of. I mean, DC, the company. Has been robbed of is feeling special. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people hyped for the Superman movie, and that's great. That is awesome. But it's like, you want to get hyped of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're hungry and someone gives you one piece of pizza, you're like, oh, thank you. But then, I want more, bitch. Like, where's the box?
Now, I did one thought, maybe after Superman comes out, like 2 weeks later, they do an article like breaking news. Get ready for the bomb DC panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe they wait to say it. Maybe they just telling right now, hey, just expect Peacemaker, so calm down. Just wait.
I mean, I don't. Here's why, and we'll move on after this. I don't want to stay too long here. But here's why, to your comments before, it logically it doesn't make any sense. Is regardless of how well or bad Superman does, it should. So what I'm trying to say is, if Superman does bad, let's just say theoretically it does bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a reason to start ripping down curtains and, all right, let's pack it up. We're done here.
He has said, though, that is...
All you have to do is get out a Batman movie.
Yeah, but that's the universe. Not like Green Lantern and Supergirl. Supergirl's done filming and Green Lantern's in the middle of filming. So it's like, they're coming out. those are coming out regardless.
Now, hold on. We know this is a studio that likes to shelve. That would be crazy. It would be crazy.
Well,
it would. But
here's what I would say, Trayvon. If you're the studio, right? You just had the Batman come out a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
That made money. You just had the Penguin come out. That was well received, won awards, the whole nine, right?
Great show. Yep.
To me, my mindset would be, if I'm the studio, okay, Superman wasn't the biggest hit. We know Superman is very popular, but not more popular than Batman. If you put out a Batman movie and that fails, it's time to pack it up. But to me, I don't draw the line at a Superman movie. I'm like, you always can fall back on a Batman movie. You get shit back going, put out a Batman movie, let that bring all the people in, make all the money, and then just move from there. I don't think it should be the end of the world if this isn't.
I do think this is why they're making. We question these weird artistic movies like the Clayface one and the Sergeant Rock. We're like, why the fuck? No one asked for that, right? Like, literally. But it's going to be made for penny on the dollar. Those movies. They're not going to be expensive, and they have a chance to make double. Exactly. Right. They have chances, especially if Batman is in Clayface at all. It's going to double its fucking budget. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. It's gonna kill because it has the DC character in it that some people know. Like, I don't know if Sergeant Rock's gonna do it. God bless him, and I look forward to trying it. But they can make their money back if they are just good movies, right? Right. At the end of the day, word of mouth. Hey, go watch this movie. It's good. It's not just a good movie; it's a DC movie, really. And that's how they make their surplus. And it's not going to depend wholly on like a Superman movie, even though it's already tracking well. But if it doesn't, like it's one of those things where like these movies can help them keep the boat afloat, while some movies might be hits and some might be misses. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think you should overreact if you're James or the studio.
Yeah, we know they're taking their sweet time with the marketing and all things. Like we don't have a date yet for Lanterns. We know it's next year. We have a date for Supergirl. They still have time, obviously. Hopefully, they give us something. Sometime this year would be nice, because that would be crazy if we don't get anything. I was gonna say something and I forgot. I lost it. What was I gonna say? Batman 2, again, nothing's going to happen this year with that except this was script. We'll hear about the script. They'll start filming next year at some point if they get the script. And that's kind of all we got right now. They're definitely slow rolling it, unfortunately for us. But I think what actually helped Superman is the fact that they did take basically a year off. And it took their time. And you made people miss these characters again, because I think that last year, going from the transition year, we had 4 DC movies that year, all crashed and burned. The DC brand was tarnished, right? So you had to take some time off from that, and I think so far, at least for Superman, it's looking better, and I think it needed it. I think we all needed time away from that brand for people to miss it again. You know?
Yeah, I completely agree with you guys. I see all sunshine and rainbows for DC going forward. Just gotta stay the course. Gotta have faith. And look, they said that they have 4 pillars: Supergirl, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Right? That's no problem. You want to take, to me, and this is gonna sound insane, what I'm about to say. You starting with Superman and Supergirl, to me, is the exact of starting off with Iron Man and Hulk, right? You're starting off with the ones that is name-based, but they're not the most popular IP in their own universe, right? So it's like, we're going to... Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Hulk was. If you're going to name at the time...
I'm saying, if you're talking about Marvel as a whole, it's Spider-Man number 1.
Yeah, I mean, if Marvel as a whole, Hulk is... at the time, was like a top 3 character. But like Iron Man, no.
Yeah, I mean, Superman's a top 3 character, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I mean.
The most popular. That's all I'm saying. He's not the most.
No, and they didn't. So they couldn't. They had to play what they had. Which is different with DC.
All I'm saying is it's a safe start, right? Because you can't start with Batman, fuck that up, and then give us a Superman movie. That wouldn't work. right? So I'm like, it's smart to start with a soft landing of Superman, Supergirl, then ease back into Wonder Woman, and then hit us with a Batman.
Also, Wonder Woman needed time. We were just coming off of we just saw Wonder Woman I think twice that year, which was like 2 years ago. like he needed time away from her, and I think they've been probably working on one. I think she was always part of the plan. They just weren't gonna tell us because they had fucking what's it called, the Paradise Lost, the series. They were working on that. So it's like, and she as soon as fucking Creature Commando started, they talked about the fucking they had Cersei in it, and they had the fucking Themyscira. She was coming.
Yep. So I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I'm just saying it's a soft landing, utilizing these two as your start, knowing that you're backing it with a Wonder Woman Batman. To me, I think that's your saving grace. That's why I don't think everything should burn down if this isn't the biggest thing that ever happened to the world.
Yeah,
right?
At the moment, it seems like at the very least, it's going to do well. Maybe
to me, you just have a safety cushion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you have a safety cushion in Batman and Wonder Woman. If those
then that's
when you burn everything down. Because it's like if you can't get Superman, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Batman right, that's when you burn it all down.
You might have two Batman. You might have two.
So that's all I'm saying is that it was good to start the MCU with Iron Man and Hulk, because if those did bad, no one, and I mean no one, was going to give a fuck about Thor and Captain America. So that's what I'm saying. It was smart to start it the way that the MCU did with Iron Man and Hulk, but it was very much safe. Iron Man not being as big as Hulk, but you had the cushion of Hulk after Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think it worked out very well for them. And I think if you're DC, just remember you do have the cushion in the back.
Because
what?
That was still, they took a chance. A lot of that whole universe rolled on Iron Man. It's crazy.
I mean playing it safe to where you had no better way to start that universe than those two characters. If you started off with Thor and Captain America, you weren't going to get to where we are now. There's just no fucking way you were. There's just no one at that time gave a fuck about Thor and Captain America.
But no one even knew Iron Man. That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. It was a safe way to. You're focusing on the Iron Man part. I'm saying the safe part of it was Hulk. Hulk was your
obviously, but
that was
Hulk, and the worst part is that Hulk got the one movie and never got another one again.
Exactly.
They did that.
That's all I'm saying.
Their biggest right there.
DC has a great safety net, so they just take it a movie at a time, put everything you can into it, and let's just make each of these projects better than the last. That's it.
I mean, I always say it. We were very close to not having Superman at all.
Yeah.
I thank God every day that changed.
And there was a world where people were just like, okay. And I'm like, what? No? No? Absolutely not. No.
Oh, my God.
No.
That was a hell of a year.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Nathan Fillion, before we get out of DC, Nathan Fillion did say he has been filming with lanterns, which is not a shocker. I mean, man's on Earth, and the movie, the show is on Earth. It'd be very weird you ignored the one guy that's already on Earth. That'd be very weird.
Plus, they officially announced it already. Now he just confirmed it, basically.
Right. I'm just hoping that means we get to see more. Like, I want to see Kilowog.
I absolutely want to see more Lanterns. I am very happy that he is in it, because I was worried in the beginning. Is it just going to be Hal and John, and we're not going to see Guy? Because he's so different from them, at least from what we've seen so far. And we don't know how, considering the tone they keep talking about with Lanterns, I was like, does Guy fit that tone? So I'm happy they're not afraid to include him.
Yeah. All right, moving out of DC, we didn't give them too much of our time. We did get news that Incredibles 3, aka the original Fantastic Four, has found its director in Peter Sohn, who did. Peter is taking over for Brad Bird, who is writing and producing it, obviously. I don't know how much I like this, unless this is like when Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtles and it felt like a fucking Michael Bay movie. So I'm like, as long as Brad Bird still has it feeling the same way, I'm all good. I'm all good.
It's directed from Elemental. That was a good movie. So.
It's directed from what? Say it again.
Elemental.
That's what I thought when I was reading it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm fine with it. Once you told me Brad Bird was writing and producing,
still attached.
Yeah, I'm like that's enough influence to make sure that this feels. And again, I thought Incredibles 2, and maybe it was because we had waited so fucking long to get that sequel that maybe it was impossible to live up to how great that first one was. I enjoyed it, but it was nowhere near as great as the first one. I'm just curious to see where this third one goes. Can you elevate it, or at least just make it better than the second one? So I'm curious to see where they go with it. Trayvon, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on this Incredibles 3 finding its director?
I mean, I'm happy they're making another one. I feel like they take too long between these things. It's just crazy. That's all thoughts I got about this. I'm just happy they're making another one. I don't have anything else to say. Like, until I see something, I don't know. We don't have no idea what the story is about. We have, I think it's weird that he's not directing it, but we'll see how that goes.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Joel, your thoughts?
He muted.
I know. I had to go unmute. I'm excited. I like the Invincible movies.
I like that that's your thought process, because I'm about to hit you with a curveball. You ready, Joel? Keep all that excitement for the fact that the live-action Hercules remake is still in development. The Russo brothers reportedly want to retitle the movie to Hades, focus on the villain. Disney wants a more faithful remake. This is coming from Daniel RPK. So I want you to take all that joy about Incredibles 3 and put it into this Hades movie we're about to get from the Russos.
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm happy with what Disney wants to do.
Do you remember, Joel? Do you remember your original frustration with the Russos? Remember when they were describing what their Hercules movie would be? They were comparing it to TikTok, and you're like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" What?
It worries me because I don't understand what they're doing with it. What are they, producers? Is that what they're doing?
No, last time I checked, they were originally writers and directors of it, or at least one of them was.
Well, this dude is going to direct, apparently. What was his name? Guy Ritchie. That's who was attached to the director, wasn't it?
To do Hercules?
I thought he was he not?
Oh, no, I would have creamed in my pants if I knew that. We got to look that up. I thought it was also the Russo. I thought it was always the Russo.
I would hope. I mean, I thought I heard that it was Guy Ritchie, but it's been a minute, so who knows?
Trayvon's already on the
Guy Ritchie.
It is Guy Ritchie? I don't give a fuck what they do. I'm in.
Oh,
I now want more to be a Hades movie. I'm in. Guy Ritchie doing a Hades movie?
Why? Yeah. Just do a Hades movie. Don't go call it.
And you know
don't do anything. I don't want anything to do with that movie. Then don't make anything like Hercules. Make it Hades movie.
Am I excited
that
Guy Ritchie is a part of this and that the Russos want to do a Hades movie? But now that I know that Guy Ritchie's the director, Jason Statham needs to be Hades. Let's do it. I'm in.
Definitely not happening.
I'm in.
James Woods has a better chance of showing up as Hades again.
Nah, he has to have an accent. Nah, I need an accent. I need a British accent. I need it.
You don't.
Guy Ritchie, sure do.
Especially if it's going to be based off of the movie that.
Fuck the movie. At this point, I mean, that's what the Russo brothers are telling you. Fuck the movie.
That's
they
what
want to do Hades.
If that's the case, might as well just have James Woods in it. Fuck it.
Don't stop there, Joel. Let's get Danny. Let's get Danny in there.
I do want Danny in there. I definitely want. It should still be Danny, honestly. Fucking if he's gonna fill out TD,
to make his head look like that little ugly demon.
I would love to see that. Oh man, I'd be so mad. I would love to see an adaptation of it. Hercules is my favorite Disney movie. It'd be very upsetting if it became Hades. Like, what the fuck is that?
I'll tell you what. You want Hercules so bad, Cross your fingers that Kevin Feige gets that shit going over there in the UFC.
I do want to. I mean, shit. I'll take
That
it.
might be the only.
Get Hercules some way or another. Love Hercules. I love Hercules since I was a kid. So, like, any version of Hercules, I'm taking, except when they make him a bad guy. I don't like when they make him a bad guy. But what's the point? That was a good guy. What are they doing? But, yeah, I've always loved Hercules, so I'll take Hercules and any from him at this point. They be fucking me, man. But, like, I'll take a Marvel one or the Disney one. Either one. Both. I'll take both. Fuck it.
So you don't want Hades. Is that what you're hating?
I don't want. No, like I also didn't want Maleficent, so that's my opinion. I don't need to see the villain movies. Like, what are we doing?
You disgust me with your hate. It makes me sick.
Trayvon,
do you share Joel's hatred, or are you on my side that if Guy Ritchie's doing it, you don't care how it's done?
I mean, I think it's okay. Well, hold on. So, what is the problem here? What's the problem?
Instead of making a Hercules movie, they want to make a Hades movie, focusing on Hades and the villain.
Plan was to adapt a Hercules animated movie from the 90s. Remember?
Right.
Okay.
But they want to make a Hades movie.
It'd be two separate things, maybe. That'd be nice. I don't know. Yeah, make a Hades movie and then make a Hercules movie. I don't know.
I don't know why. Who's asking for Hades movie?
Everybody loves a villain. I don't know.
To me, I think what's bothersome about it is we've seen too many of these childhood animated movies turn live action, try to get too cute with things. Remember with Mulan going more so off the actual story of Mulan, less the actual thing that got us here to Mulan.
It wasn't a musical.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we don't know the history of this fucking character.
Where is Mushu?
Yeah, I'm like, where's Eddie Murphy? What's going on here?
Yes.
So I'm like, to me, it's sometimes too cute. Obviously, when The Lion King came out, they changed elements in that. Obviously, Jasmine had this big, this big song by herself out of nowhere. It's sometimes they try to make things too cute. And it's like, I don't know who you're making this for, because this young generation that you think you're making these movies for, guess what? We're brainwashing them with the animated movies. So I don't know who you think this is about to be the first time for, because they grew up on the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest issue.
You got no love for shit.
No. I'm fine if they watched it and didn't like it. To me, that's not my issue. I need you to have seen it. You saw it, didn't like it, that's on you. But you at least saw it. So if you watch this live action, you know where they went wrong. That's my big thing. Just at least know where it comes from. You ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta like everything, but at least know.
I like most of these Disney adaptations. I don't really, for the most part, at least. That's why I was excited for Hercules, because I've liked a lot of these. So I'm like, I'm down. Now you want to make it about Hades? Now you're fucking with me. Now you're changing it to like a villain movie, and I'm like, well, I don't lean towards those. So I didn't really watch Maleficent, or I didn't watch Cruella. I was like, I want to watch the main character, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
Say that, and Snow White did not do good. That's because you refused to see it, Joel.
That's not. I wanted to see it.
You could have helped.
Well,
now you'll be able to.
My daughter didn't want to see it. I guess she was creeped out by the divorce. I'm not gonna lie, but like she didn't want to see it. I would have watched it. Now we're gonna force her to watch it on Disney Plus.
I was about to say, now you can watch it on Disney Plus.
Now we're gonna watch it. Just sit there. You're gonna like it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Apparently, Patrick Schwarzenegger is very much on the radar for the role of Patrick Bateman in Luca. Not even gonna try his last name.
No, that's the guy doing Sergeant Rock.
Psycho remake.
Same guy doing Sergeant Rock.
Oh, okay. Still not his last name.
Guadagnino.
Okay, there you go. This is reported by the Hollywood Reporter. I'm gonna be honest with you. Thought the first American Psycho was cool. I thought the guy that played Prometheus in Arrow was way better suited to be American Psycho, because he always plays the nice guy so well. So when he plays deranged, it really hits. But cool. You want to give it to Patrick Schwarzenegger? don't really give a fuck. I don't really care about the original enough to care who you casted in this remake. So, I mean, do you? Do you? To me, I swear to God, this movie is somewhat just for women anyway. I remember watching the first one, and he was naked like at least 35% of that movie.
He was half naked, not naked. But he was, because he was like a mental, he was weird. He was definitely psychotic. But like, especially if you watch it to the end of the movie, you're like, this motherfucker was mental. Like, it's a trip. Like, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't watched it, but like, one of those things where like American Psycho was pretty good. I really think that's where Christian Bale shined very well there in that movie. So Patrick Schwarzenegger, I was impressed. I don't know him from much. I know him from, I think he was in Genevieve, right, for a little bit. And then he was also in White Lotus, which I thought he was. I'll give him credit in White Lotus, because in White Lotus he came off as such a big douchebag. He played douchebag very well, like to the point where I watched him like, I hate this guy. Like, I was like, this guy's just a douchebag. He played it well. I'll give him credit. So he could definitely probably lean into that for fucking American Psycho. I can see it.
Trayvon, you excited for this at all?
He'll fit. He'll be a good fit. He was also in Gen V. I mean, he was kind of a little off.
He was. He was, but he was also kind of goody there, right?
That is true. That is true. I think he can pull it off. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Apparently, the first trailer for Mortal Kombat 2 drops next month. The producer has promised that the sequel will be bloodier and more violent. Apparently, they did test screenings for this movie, and it was in but so many words being compared to Avengers Endgame level epicness. People were crying, babies were being born, babies were being made. Apparently, that's what's being discussed from this fucking screener that they put on. I tell you what, when this movie comes out, it better be so good, I go buy Mortal Kombat games. Because if that's what you're gonna hype it to, when I was very let down from that first movie, it better live up to it. That's all I'm saying. It better fucking live up to it. It better, in every way that you mentioned. Bloodier, more violent. Even though more violent leads to bloodier, but you know what I'm saying. These words mean nothing to me. I swear to God, I feel like he said it for the first movie, and I left that movie going. I could have left after the first 20 minutes of that movie. Right after it started with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I could have been good leaving right there. Could have been good if you said that was it. Short film, little 25-minute. That's it. Would have been fine. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Damn, you allergic to his bullshit too, Trayvon? I see you. So Trayvon, does this get you extremely excited for this sequel?
It's interesting, the comments. I don't know if they should have did that much, but I'm excited for the movie. I mean, for me, it's just fun. I like the actors in it. I'm excited to see the fights and the abilities and all that other stuff. So, I can't wait to see it. I'm glad we're getting a sequel. So, I don't know. I don't really. I mean, like I said, we know about Johnny Cage. That's it. Like, I don't know. We don't know nothing else. We don't know what route they're going to route. I said route. What route they're going exactly? But yeah, I'm excited to see this. What do we have a release date for it?
Yeah,
it's this year.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. Good then. Good. Don't talk about stuff unless it's close enough. Good.
All right, here we go. Here's the actual quote. This is from comicbook.com. Mortal Kombat 2 made test audiences cheer and jump out of their seats like Avengers Endgame. Its writer says, the fights, the fatalities, the surprises, the deaths. I think we nailed it.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Okay.
We'll see. Yeah. Maybe to listen to critics. Maybe listen to all the criticism everybody had last time.
Maybe. I mean, that's rare, but maybe.
It is.
But maybe. Maybe this is the first of it. Maybe. Joel, does this get you hyped at all for this sequel?
Not really. I mean, I was already kind of excited because I like the franchise, Mortal Kombat. I didn't need words. Don't do nothing. I need to see shit.
Right.
That's for anything. It's nice that you're excited, but I want to be excited. So like, they did their casting. I was excited. We got some pictures. I was excited. I just want to see the trailer. I didn't hate that first one. I know you didn't like it, but I didn't really hate it. So like, I'm excited. I want to see more. Obviously, I wish they did more with it. You know, they definitely left some characters out of it, which they took care of in this one. So I do look forward to seeing how they transition into whatever the fuck they're doing in this movie. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I always exaggerate. I didn't hate it, but it just offended me. It focused on something it shouldn't have focused on, in my opinion. Let me be clear, in just my opinion. I didn't understand why that needed to be such a massive change, why they couldn't have just found a better way to do it. But, is what it is. Is what it is.
Weird choice.
Very weird choice. Very, very, very weird choice. Hold on. I want to make sure we get this in for you. We did get another trailer for Ironheart, where it did show off a lot more magic.
Yes, it did.
Trayvon, a lot more magic for Trayvon.
I mean, yes, she did use some. It looks cool. Looks like she's infusing it with her suit and stuff. I'm excited to see what that is like.
How she does it is my question.
That's it too. I'm like, it's gonna be interesting how this works out. I'm happy they're promoting it more.
I mean,
shit comes out in 2 weeks.
This month, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have said about that project if you didn't, and it comes out in 2 weeks. So,
right.
Yeah.
Got another poster. We got 3 posters now. So I'm surprised. I'm not even joking. They rarely do 3 posters for a fucking show. I'm telling you right now. I'm like, trust me, I'll be tracking these posters.
Moon Knight, I think, had 2. I think 2 is usually their height.
Yeah, at least. And then eventually they'll you won the show. They'll throw more. They'll have those character posters.
I was about to say the character posters. Yeah.
But all right, yeah, we'll see. I'm very excited. I just want to see who's in it, when it takes place. Even though I think they already leaked when it takes place. But I'm excited to see where. I just want to see where the suit evolves because we already kind of more or less know what it looks like. I want to see where it goes.
Right.
That's all I'm waiting for. That's it. Let's see where that suit goes. This one's gonna be fun for us because we all believe he's lying. Chris Evans in a recent interview said he is sad to not be returning for Avengers Doomsday. Quote, I'm sure they are doing something incredible, and I'm sure it's going to be that much harder when it comes out and you feel like you weren't invited to the party. Now, here's where I'll cut him some bail, right? He might not be in Doomsday, but he's for sure in Secret Wars. So whatever sadness he feels will only be for the next couple of months. Till he starts filming fucking Secret Wars. There's no way he's not Secret Wars.
I mean, there were rumors that he's part of the post-credit team for Fantastic Four. What kind of shit is that? How? No.
So, I mean, look, I'll say this, Joel. There are 2 people right now that are driving home a narrative so much so they have to be lying. There's just no way they can be telling the truth. That's Scarlett Johansson, who keeps reiterating, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead.
If only that mattered, right?
Yeah,
or the way she's trashing it a little bit.
Exactly.
I was like,
ma'am, full of it. Yeah.
Ma'am, don't do that. Chill out. Chill out now.
Javon said, chill out before he tell everybody not to watch Jurassic Park. Chill your ass. You stick the barbs on.
There's arena being left out of all the posters. They're super fantastic. I'm just saying, it's being left out.
Jurassic.
They're leaving that right on out. So
Jurassic World, whatever number it is.
Look, I do hope it does well
7.
because I
7. Wow.
I don't want time to go by, and we're talking about Fantastic Four and Superman like Barbieheimer, because you don't know what that third movie was that came out in the month of Barbie and Oppenheimer. You only remember those 2. Jurassic might become that. We might look back and go, what can...
Barbieheimer was crazy because that was the same weekend. She was nuts.
At least this gives us some break.
Yeah, you got at least like a couple. Well, Jurassic Park and Superman are like a week apart, but the rest, it's Fantastic Four and Superman give each other some like.
So we all think Chris is lying, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
But hey, man, a lot of people. You gotta say what you gotta say, for now.
Which is crazy because it's like we know he's lying. So I don't know who the fuck is saying it to. But.
Oh my god, dude! But like, it's been rumored for this before Doomsday was ever announced. Before there was a Kang movie, whatever
we all thought
Kang Dynasty. He was already announced that he was coming back in some capacity.
Right, yeah, that was from just for people out there. That was by the trades, not by quote unquote scooper. The trade,
right, and then it got reiterated that he'll be back, not just back, but back in Doomsday.
I remember when it was announced because remember we had a conversation about where, and then someone brought up, what if it's in the Captain America movie? And we went, no, that doesn't feel
I don't
right.
like the way that.
Yeah, let Sam have his own thing. Don't bring, you know what I'm saying, Steve back in it. But that was a legit conversation we were having of like, where could he pop up?
Where? Oh, where? Yep, absolutely.
So that's really interesting. That's really, really, really interesting.
I'm curious myself.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how that all pans out. I'm trying to see. Even though this isn't really news, they did make it official doing some Q&A thing that they were doing for The Last of Us. That what's her name? Abby will be the lead of season 3 of The Last of Us. Wait, no, what was it called? Yeah, The Last of Us, right? I forgot for a second.
They spoiled it. No, where?
You know what I almost said? I almost said on season 3 of This Is Us. I'm like, wait, no, that's definitely not it. The Last of Us.
That's first of all, it's over.
Yeah, so that's not really a shocker at all. It'll probably end. It'll probably be Abby heavy, and then it'll probably end with giving you a shot of what the fallout was between her and Ellie, leading you to season 4. I doubt they're going to address that fully in this season, because there's just so much of Abby you have to give the audience that's never played this game.
You have a whole backstory.
Right, yeah. So I'm like, and it's only 8 episodes. Like, unless you open it up. It's only 8 episodes, so you assume all 8 are probably Abby, and then like the ending of that last episode will probably be bringing you back to current day of what leads right into what happened at the end of season 2. So this isn't really shocking at all. I'm very happy for, was it Kat? Was her name?
Caitlin.
Kat Dwyer. Was it Caitlin Dwyer?
Deaver.
Sorry. Very happy. Very, very, very happy. Can't wait to see what they do. I did see that weird ass quote from I think the producer of The Last of Us. That was saying they kind of fucked up in season 2. That season 1 was easier because video game adaptations were so horrible. It was kind of just like being average was going to be basic. 2 thumbs up, right? I'm paraphrasing here, guys, but he was essentially saying that that's where they maybe went wrong. Second one. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like to hear stuff like that. To me, Joel, it reminds me of the fourth quarter report from a referee after the game. It's done. I don't need to hear any regrets you have. Just it's done. It's gone. It's over. Focus on season 3. I don't need to hear, oh, maybe we fucked up. That doesn't help me go backwards. Like, I can't rewatch the show and feel any differently now. I'm like, stuff like that, I don't need to. You can keep that shit to yourself. You die with that. Okay? That's something you write in, like, your fucking obituary or some shit. I fucked up in season 2.
You get it, move on, make the next one better. So, people completely forget about it.
Yep. All right. Anything else? Because I wanted to get into something. I don't think there was anything else really big. What's her name that plays Lois Lane in Superman?
Yep. Rachel Brosnahan.
Yes, she will be the star of the new season of Presumed Innocent.
I did see that. Yeah.
Season 1 was phenomenal. I'm glad they're doing it to where it's different person. Because I was very much curious on like how do you spin the block on the Jake Gyllenhaal story? like how do you do more of that? Like that's over. Crazy ass ending, by the way. So I'm very excited to see where they go here. You know, Trayvon, what I hope they don't do. Do you remember that show Jessica Biel had, where she came out of the ocean and just randomly walked up to this guy and just started stabbing him 900 times till he died? They started doing 4 seasons of that show, and none of them were ever as good as that first season. It was kind of just maybe should have stopped.
Though. It was a good show.
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't as good as the first one. That's all I'm saying.
Some of the center.
Center, yeah.
That was good.
So
it was the same detective, different.
Right. Different
mysteries.
Oh, actually, Trayvon, your boy Matt Boomer wasn't he one of the leads in like the final season or season 3 or something, Joel?
I remember that, but yeah.
I don't remember much of that season, but I remember he was in it.
Yeah, he was. I remember most of that season. Yeah, he was crazy in that season.
Let me see. That's pretty much it. We can get to what we've been watching.
I guess you guys don't care.
Oh, I did have something I wanted.
We do care.
Because my video game stuff dropped this week. We talk about it.
Oh no, go ahead. You and Trayvon are into that stuff. Go ahead.
My video game.
I forgot about it because I don't play those games. Rivals and Fortnite that's where I'm at. Anything outside of that, that's you guys. So I wasn't thinking about it because I don't play that shit. So you guys go ahead, take it away. I don't know what came out. I don't know.
Nothing came out. It was all preview.
No, I mean I don't know of any news or anything that came out. I have no idea.
All right. Well, what were you gonna say about Trayvon before?
Oh no! I had nothing else to say. You was like, we didn't care. I was like, we do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I just want to talk about really the what's it called, the Marvel fighting game. That shit was dope.
Oh,
I was very excited for that. That was super dope. So we got, what's it called? It's called I think it's called
Token something. Yeah.
Right, something like that. Oh, here it is. I'm looking for it. Marvel Token Fighting. So that's exactly what it's called. It looks a lot like kind of similar to Marvel vs. Capcom. If you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Made by Arc System Works. So Arc System Works. They did the Dragon Ball Fighter game, Dragon Ball Fighters was at the end, and they also did Guilty Gear, which is again a very good game. The animation on that shit is great. So they kind of drawn like anime characters almost. If you look at the trailer for it,
they do, yeah.
But man, was I completely caught off guard when that shit fucking dropped. I was like, I wish I caught myself on video because that's how fucking excited I was. I was like freaking out. Because I'm like, I did not expect it. I was not expecting that at all. We heard that they might be working on a fighting game. And for a long time, I thought it might be One Piece or some shit. So I was kind of seeing like maybe they did that. Because they did Dragon Ball. I'm like, that would, they did like One Piece doesn't have any good fighting games. So that would be fucking cool. They have so many characters. I'd be, whatever. Bro, first thing that pops up, bro, is like Arc System Works. Like, oh shit, they're going to reveal whatever the fuck they've been working on. Finally, you see like a robot arm. Like, all right, what the hell is that? And then, of course, the big giveaway is Cap Shield. They're like, whoa, shit, now everyone knows it's a Marvel game. What the fuck is this? And then it pops into like them fighting. Dude, it's a 4v4 fighting game. But like it has, so far, it's only been obviously 4v4. So they give you 8 characters to start. So you got Cap, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. You got Ms. Marvel, Dr. Doom, Storm, Spider-Man, and Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So like that was fucking. First of all, this is the first time I think Star-Lord has been in a fighting game. So awesome. That was cool. This is the first time I think Robbie was in a fighting game. Because I think they did have Johnny in part 3. I think it was DLC. Not gonna lie. But like, yeah, this was fucking great. I was very excited for it because we've been waiting a long time. Like for something. Like I've been waiting for like a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Honestly, and it never comes because obviously they did Infinite, but that was kind of like a half-assed attempt to do Marvel vs. Capcom, in my opinion. So they did this, and now this is insane. It's a straight up Marvel game. So like it's like just Marvel characters. So I don't know how many. Well, they haven't really told us much more since then. So like I know they'll be giving us more in the roster. It's gonna be a much bigger roster. I'm not sure how many though. Considering it's 4v4, hopefully it's in the 30s. That's good. That's hopefully where we're at.
We'll
it's the base because they usually it's around 20 something. But if you're giving me a 4v4 game, you're gonna have to at least give me 30 plus as a starting roster. You know what I mean? At least 32 or something like that, right? Anyway, that I think for anybody that hasn't seen it, definitely check out that trailer. It was dope. And I'm just very, very excited for that. And something else came out. What was that?
There was an Invincible game too.
Oh, the fucking Invincible game. That's another tag fighter. It's not 4v4, but I think it's 3v3. So I'm like, oh shit. So it's another tag fighters are like eating well this weekend. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they were.
Honestly, the trailer was a fun trailer, but like you gave me too many characters with the same fucking power, so I just need some diversity in this. Like I need something. You might fight differently, but you have a lot of different characters in the Invincible universe. Right. So I want to see them. I want to see not more obviously Invincible and all them other characters, but like you got to give me some variety. Like they showed Rexplode, but they didn't show him fight. You know what I mean? So like, I want to see what he can do. But that was another surprise. That was pretty cool, and not see that one coming at all. And apparently, it's made by the same people that did Killer Instinct. Well, who brought that back? Because they did. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They did. I think for Xbox, they did the Killer Instinct game. Anyway, what stood out to you, Trip? I'm trying to think of anything else.
The blood of the Dawn.
That looks great. The vampire
game. Yeah, the vampire game. It looks fun. He was a vampire. It was like I guess like a hunter, kinda. Yeah. Looks like he could turn. It looks like he could fly or something. I don't know.
You can do everything a vampire, or
yeah, so it looked cool. You could walk up walls, just like straight up, just walk like it looked like
it's fucking dope. And I think it's only at night that he has a vampire fire, some shit.
Yeah, so it's like
weird, but
it looks like an open world,
open
action adventure type game that I would love. So single player game. Yeah,
it looks really good actually. What's called Blood in the what?
Blood of the Dawn Walker.
Oh, that does look pretty damn good.
Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yes,
I will play that.
That looks insane.
That game by Game Freak, everybody was like confused by because Game Freak had all those problems with the Pokemon games. That Beast of Reincarnation game was like a Souls looking one, but it was like everybody was like, "Wow, they can make this!"
Right?
Like, it was really surprised by that.
It did look pretty good.
It did. I did see Didge posted a gameplay of I think Chrono Odyssey.
Oh, Chrono Odyssey looks fucking great. Yeah,
that looked like a lot of fun. It looks like Souls like, but also like looks like you can fight with your friends. But then there was like also a mode where there's an area that's not safe and you're fighting other players.
Oh, really?
So that was interesting.
I've seen that before though. Diablo does that too sometimes.
Okay.
And it has classes. I noticed too.
It
was like 6 classes or something like that.
It looks Soulsy, but it also looks like Final Fantasy 16E. It's like I don't know. I don't know. It's like a mix.
No, you're right because it has RPG elements. I noticed that. It does.
Yeah.
It shows the numbers, damage counter. So it has RPG element. I gotta see more gameplay.
It does a lot of puzzle stuff in it too. It looks like.
Oh,
then there was puzzle stuff, but it was also like you're like playing solo. Then it was like at this point you can bring in your friends. I was like, or people to fight with. I'm like, what is this game? But it's open world too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's open world too.
I'll say that. I did like what I saw from Chrono Odyssey, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That did look dope.
And the last thing I can think of is the solo leveling game.
Yeah, it does look cool. Solo.
I don't know anything about that.
You never watched it?
I have not.
Watch it. You should love it.
The one thing I did right is parentheses no Game Pass. So I was like, So I gotta buy
Definitely. It's an anime. Solo leveling. Really good anime. Really good anime. I actually really like the that's 2 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, the game looks fucking insane. I do got to see more of it, but yeah. The anime is good. I'm not how the game's gonna do, but definitely check out the anime. They also announced the James Bond game. I forgot about that.
That's right.
That was cool. That was really cool. I really want to know more. I want to see gameplay. I know they said they're gonna show some gameplay sometime this summer. I look forward to seeing that because that looks definitely something up my alley. definitely.
The play test for Chrono Odyssey is June 20th. So we signed up for that. And I think I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
If it's not played, I'll try it. It's fun. Food, Trayvon.
Play test. I don't know.
I just got another character in Expedition 33.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Weird, but he's cool.
I'll get back into this game eventually.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
Yeah, that's the only one I got. That's all I got. That's from my list that I wrote down.
Okay. I mean, that's all I could technically do. I mean, I know there was one game that looked really cool. It was kind of like a little more. It looked like Sifu.
I know what you're talking about. But I didn't write it down.
It looked fucking cool as hell. I can't remember the name of it. Looked dope. Looked real dope. It was like Sifu meets John Wick. Like, no, the raid. It looked like the raid. It was like, yeah, that shit was crazy. I can't remember the name of it though. That looked dope. And the Xbox thing also had another game that looked really cool, like a stealth game from Korea. Oh, that shit looks fucking dope. I don't know if it's gonna come out for PlayStation, but I forget the name of it, but I know it takes place in Korea. But it's like another stealth action game, like very Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell. Like, I'm like, show up my alley. Oh, that looked dope too. Can't remember the name of that shit for the life of me though. Anyway, there was some good shit. What's it called? This, I guess it was a Summer Game Fest, and a couple had the Xbox showcase, and there was some other shit that went on. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, Axe of Blood, DJ, right? Axe of Blood. That shit looked dope.
That's what it was? Okay.
That's what he's saying it is. Okay. That shit looked
dope. That's the Sifu like game.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That shit looked dope.
Looks like Chrono Odyssey is just on Steam for the playtest.
That's too bad. You guys gotta tell me how that is, or I can watch y'all, whatever. Yeah. I'm excited for the Chrono Odyssey because I do like RPG elements. Like, I like picking classes, because Diablo does that kind of shit too. I mean, so like, you can pick a swordsman, you can pick a mage, you can pick a ranger, you can pick a I forget the other ones, but they're cool. It looks cool. I like the different classes you can pick in that game. Anyway, that's all I can technically remember from the gaming side of things. So go on, rejoin the conversation.
All right. I want to make sure I didn't forget this. George McKay, Tom Blythe, Jack O'Connell, and Leo Woodall have all tested last week or the week before last week for the lead in Clayface.
Oh, that's right.
It says that the short list is now down to 3.
That's right.
That was as of last week. My pick will be Jack O'Connell. And if it's not Jack O'Connell, I'll burn the world down.
I'm open to Jack O'Connell. I'm down with that. a lot of good options there.
Leo Woodall would be great as well.
Jack O'Connell. Or
any of the 4. Because I might want to leave Jack O'Connell for a bigger role. But that's
yeah. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Figure it out. Figure something else out. Jack O'Connell is Occupado. So he will be Clayface. Mark my words. Phone calls will be made.
I'm just saying, like, prefer we use Jack for something bigger, but that's fine.
Clayface, mofo. All right. Before we start to head out of here, I finally did see Hard Eyes. Amazing. I really do love Mason Gooding. I do hope to see him in a lot more things. This movie was weird. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like this. This is like a rom-com horror movie. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I mean, I still believe Scream's a rom-com horror movie, but no. But all jokes aside, this movie was purely about love, and it had a lot of twists and turns and shit you don't see coming. It was very well done. I do not remember the director's name, and I'm kind of pissed at myself that I don't. But he did a very, very, very good job with this movie. I also saw Companion with Jack Quaid. Weird movie. Kind of just shows how horrible us men are. Not usually in a rush to see that. But it wasn't all that bad. I'm glad I saw it at home. I would have been very mad to go to the theater to see that, but it was not bad. Yes, we were going to talk about that, DJV. The Predator movie, yes. Killer of Killers.
No, not yet. Hopefully so. Maybe tomorrow.
Finger Licking Good was that movie. Killer of Killers?
Yeah, Killer of Killers is awesome.
Yeah, that movie was so good. It was so good. I have to rewatch it tonight. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Trayvon doesn't watch good movies, so I don't think he saw that. What was I gonna say? I also did see Final Destination finally. That was I think I laughed more than anything in that movie. There were scenes where L'Oreal was covering her eyes, and I'm just like, for what? Now I remembered. I was raised on Saw, so that stuff kind of just rolls off for me. It's the more haunting horror movies. Like the trailer for The Conjuring came on. I covered my eyes at least 30 times. I don't think I've still seen, like, physically seen that trailer. I've heard it. I ain't watched the shit. So I don't play with spirits. I don't do that. Nah.
You're not gonna go watch Conjuring movie?
Fuck yeah, blindfolded. Listen to the fuck out of that movie. I don't mind. I'll be right there with you, buddy.
You used to watch movies.
Ballerina was amazing.
Wait, hold on. Before you go into that, Trayvon, you said I used to what, Joel?
You used to watch movies like a gargoyle. Petrified. I'm like,
why you always say that, bro? You wanted me to be so animated.
The only time he ever moved was when he was falling asleep. Aside from that, he would not. No smile. I never knew how he felt about the movie.
Man, that is what you call professionalism, Joel. I was exuding professionalism.
Man, showed no emotions. I was like, all right.
Stoic while watching.
I'm here like, oh shit, no, this mother.
Yeah, stone face.
So I have to go like this a couple times. Yeah, bro, you still watching?
Not sleep. I'm trying to enjoy the movie. Leave me alone. What was I gonna say? Go ahead, Trayvon. Ballerina. You did see the Ballerina.
Oh no, yeah, it was great. I loved Ballerina. Thought it was done very well. I thought they balanced her very well, and I thought they used John Wick very well, and the world they built out for her. They gave her a great movie, and I look forward to hopefully seeing more of them or more spinoffs like this. I know we're getting that one with
Yes, we are.
What his name is? I don't want to say it. The blind man. Yeah.
Kane, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
I felt like we were gonna go a little racial, so I wanted to hurry up and get you out of that.
But yeah, it was great.
I want to see Ballerina. So I want to see Ballerina tomorrow, Joel?
Yeah, let's go see Ballerina tomorrow. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's a date. I'll wear my fancy dress.
Right.
We also did get exclusive news from Jeff Snyder. I want to make sure I'm saying from Jeff Snyder because he got very in his panties about not being sorted as the source. But exclusive from Jeff, the crybaby. Mia Goth signs on to join Ryan Gosling in Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter. I feel like we talked about this, but in case we didn't, one of the things we didn't.
I forgot about it.
So the movie's moving.
Yeah. They're on the ball about it.
Say that.
I thought I heard this before. I just don't remember where.
No, you know what you heard? I can tell you exactly what you heard, Joel, knowing you as well as I do. Remember, this role was offered to what's her name that just won the Oscar for Best Actress. She turned it down. Mia Goth was not a name.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That's what I heard.
Right. You've heard about a female villain for this movie before.
It's
Mia
Goth
is what's in it, right?
I knew I heard something. I knew there was something. I'm like, I've heard. I didn't know if it was her or not. So it was. It was. What's her name?
I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
It looks like it should be a dude's name, but it's not. That's all I know about her. Anyway, so that's gonna be awesome. I love Mia Goth. I love Mia Goth even more after seeing her whole backstory with Shia. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought Mia Goth was like brand new when she did like the X movies and stuff. I had no idea Mia Goth's been around for a while. Yeah, so that was eye opening. But anyway, shows you guys should watch. Trayvon, I will let you lead this off because I know you're gonna be the loudest about this shit. So go ahead. Which show should
watch Adults on FX and watch Overcompensating on Amazon Prime? Please, I beg of you. Thank you.
And I will state this so that it is clear. We are not being paid by either one of those entities, so do not feel compelled to do that.
Do it for me. Do it for me. Thanks.
No, do it for if we're getting paid. Okay? I want money. All right?
Okay? I want more is what I want.
I want to be compensated is what I would like, okay?
I understand.
Overcompensating is being compensated. I would like to be compensated.
I get it.
I also like to be compensated.
No, but all jokes aside, Adults is a great show. I'm glad Trayvon threatened me, doxed me, all those negative things to get me to watch that show. It was a great watch. I don't like comedies being 8 episodes. FX, I know that's a whole budget thing for you guys over there. I want you to get out of it. Every comedy show should be addressed like a sitcom. If you don't have 15 to 21 episodes, I'm not interested. This was because Trayvon threatened to kill me. But outside of that, I would have never watched an 8-episode comedy show. It's fucking it's draining. Not draining like it's bad. Draining was like, it's just 8. Now it's over. Like, no, man, I need a little bit more. But shout out to Nick Kroll and that entire team over there. That's a great cast. It looks like their screen testing must have been so much fun. Congrats to that writing team.
That's a family over there.
Yeah.
That's a family. I'll enjoy it.
Trayvon, you're watching Big Mouth, correct?
That show is not new right now. Why are we talking about it?
That was not the deal that was made. We said.
But we're talking about shows we're watching right now that are new.
Are you not?
The final season just came out like 2 weeks ago. That is.
It is not. It was like a year or
maybe still new.
Maybe 3 years ago.
Joel, I just watched 8 episodes of Adults.
I just finished it this week.
Weeks ago. What are we talking about new?
And Netflix drops it all at once. That's a big Not everybody watches it all in one day.
The final season of Big Mouth was 2 weeks ago. So that's new.
I just finished it this week. So
see, there you go.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, don't ask me to watch nothing else if you don't finish the show.
I'm not watching 8 seasons. I'm not watching 8 seasons of a show.
I held up
my end. If you like it, you will. I don't know if you like it. You have to watch it.
Yeah, and actually, don't hate watch it just so you can say you watched it. Watch it.
Give it a chance.
Trayvon, do you know what I thought heading into Adults? I had my eyes covered the first 3 seconds of that show because I thought that's what you were
doing.
You
should. That was dirty as fuck.
It was dirty.
The show is nasty.
But I gave it a chance. Wild. I gave it a chance because you asked me to. So give Big Mouth a chance. Or just don't ask us to watch stuff again. You can't fulfill.
You only watch Adults because of Nick Kroll anyway. So
no, I watched because you asked me to. If I would have watched because of Nick Kroll, I would have watched it when it first came out.
Right, exactly. I already knew he was in it. I mean, I knew he created it. That doesn't mean that. I mean, that helped me go into it, but I started it. I'm still watching.
Look, Daredevil wasn't even enough to get me to watch that show, Trayvon. I remember when you sent us the clip in on Twitter. That wasn't enough to get me to watch it either.
Yeah, Charlie Cox wasn't enough to get me to watch it.
It was you threatening me that got me to watch it, and I'm glad I did. It was very good.
You threatening me, I'll kill you, bitch.
That's word for word. That's like scary how accurate you were right there. But yes, I watched it, had fun. It was a great show. I do suggest that people watch it if you're looking for a good comedy. It is very well done. Very well done. See how nice I was? Now, can you say one nice thing about Big Mouth?
Did you get past one?
The animation is nice.
You like the animation. Okay.
All right.
Start.
We're going to remove the imaginary gun you think is to your head. Try that again. Would you like to say something nice about Big Mouth?
The show can be very teachable for people. I'll say that.
Absolutely.
It is.
You can learn a lot from it.
Educational.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Right now they're talking about an area that I don't care about, but hopefully they get from that soon.
They teach you everything in this show.
No, right now they on one subject, and I'm like, move on.
I'll get there. Jesus.
You know what's frustrating about it? You know what's frustrating?
What?
If you had to pinpoint the main character of that show, it's a boy talking about his boy problems.
Yeah.
Trayvon's like,
it's about two boys, really.
We're in girl problems. Ew, yuck.
There's technically two main guys, and there's like two main girls. Really,
to me, I kind of feel like it's Andrew.
It's Andrew, Nick.
Right. And then I think everyone else is supporting. Because they're the only ones you see literally every single episode.
More
every single episode. One of those two you see.
And the girls get a lot of play too. What's her name?
For sure.
I can't remember the names. But
I can't either, honestly.
And of course, the hormone monster. I love Murray. I love Murray. I love him so much. I love that character.
Who, just so people know, is not voiced by Will Arnett.
No,
voiced by Nick Kroll.
Nick Kroll. Yeah.
All right.
Kroll voices Murray.
Any
voices Nick, who is, I'm sure, based off of him.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Nick Kroll did say that. He and his buddy that wrote it. This took a lot from his childhood.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's almost like an adult magic school bus.
Especially this last season.
Especially, that was on purpose. That was a very on purpose, on the nose.
So, that's all we got for you guys this week. There's nothing else really of like extreme importance that we have to get to. There's nothing else. But yes, as Trayvon said, do go out there and support not being compensated the show on Amazon, right, Trayvon?
Overcompensating on Amazon.
I started a lot of shows this week. I'm almost done with The Pit. That's a good show.
Oh yeah, on Max. Yeah, I heard about The Pit. Yeah, it's a good show.
I started From a couple weeks ago, but From is fucking good.
Let me Google The Pit.
I heard a lot about From.
Oh, From is good. I heard a lot about it too, and then and then I gave it a shot. Damn, that show's good.
His daughter is hot, by the way. Holy shit.
Who's that?
The main actor from Black Dude.
I don't know who she is.
I can tell you who she is. You ever watched the show? Oh, I know. Joel. His daughter was the lead of the Zeus show with on Netflix, where it's about the Greek gods but in modern time. Remember the main lady?
Vaguely.
Yeah, fucked up, bro.
What's it called?
Kronos or Kukos?
Chaos with a K.
Oh shit! Wow, I was way off. Wow, it's a very, very basic word. I had no recollection.
Kronos. That's her, Aurora.
Yeah,
that's his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I don't see it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Same last name, yeah. Harold Parent. Oh wow.
I guess it's some adoption paper sign because there ain't no way that's his daughter.
Yeah, they don't look alike at all. But
nope, not at all. But Mama Jeans can be that strong.
Yeah, his Mama Jeans. Her Mama Jeans. Oh, this is it right here. This is my. Oh wow, I see it now. Oh wow, okay. Wow, I didn't know he was that old. This man is 60.
Yeah, just a little trivia for you. I mean, Joel, he looked that old in Lost.
He has not looked like he looked the same age since I was fucking 10. That's
Black don't crack, baby. Black don't crack. Black don't.
That man has looked the same since I was a child.
I just looked up The Pit. Interesting.
Of her?
The show. No, just a show.
Oh, The Pit. Oh, The Pit's good. It's a little. I mean, if you're grossed out by blood, and there's some, it doesn't really skimp on that.
I'm not watching it, but I'm just saying I looked it up.
It's cool. Good though. It's a good show. It's just it's about ER. It's basically like it's ER within a day. It starts at like 6 in the morning.
You know what I Googled, Joel.
I know exactly what you Googled. It's ER24 is what it is.
I tried.
Just tell you know what I Googled. So there's none of that in there.
Fall into his trap every time, Joel. Every time you think
it's not about that. If they're in the ER the whole time, there's no time for that. Nobody's doing that.
There's time. There's 4 of them in there. There's time.
There's no time for that.
He's doing it right on the gurney. Right on the gurney.
Every episode is an hour of the day. That's pretty great. It's like 24.
Javon's saying you can take a time out of that hour.
Yeah.
Get busy.
I'm on episode 13, which is 7 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Hey, what did Usher say? It's 7 o'clock.
That's cool.
It is cool. I thought it was a good show. I also started Discovery Witches this week.
Oh, well, so you're going to find out very quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's just Twilight. So,
I didn't mind.
Prepare yourself.
Thank you.
Prepare yourself. You said what?
He didn't mind Twilight.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Out of here. All right. I love you guys. Remember to be safe. Hug your family members. Tell people you love them. Never be above telling people that you love them. And say sorry. There's some of you out there that
can't be saying that shit after canceling me right in front of everyone.
Joe, I hate you for some reason. I don't know why, but I just really do. No, I'm just telling you. I do. I hate you. But everyone, please spread peace and love out there. We need it desperately. Bring it back. Bring back just sanity, please. God damn. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Jamie, Didge, and DJ V for tuning in. We had a great viewership.
Stopping by, guys, for 5 minutes.
Damn, Joel. At least they stopped by. God damn. Don't be quiet.
Call like it is, man.
We appreciate you guys. We'll have a full review of
DJV always here staying with us. I appreciate that, man. You don't understand, DJV. We really do appreciate it, man.
You do.
We really do. Like, you're here all the time. You're a ride or die.
We appreciate it.
I'm going to send you a pin one day once we start making those.
Anywho, we appreciate you guys, and until next time, peace.